Yeah, we both.
Are all these are 4 drinks?
I think so. Hey!
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right.
Yes, yes.
Ah.
All right. Nice and easy.
Milago.
All right, Nigel. What's this podcast called?
Consistently off.
Yeah!
I made sure to do my research.
Yeah! Hey, you're one of the few, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Welcome back, everybody. It's consistently off number
220.
220220, and we are
20.
joined by the one, the only, Nigel Rodgers.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having
Thanks
me.
for
Thank you for
being
having
here.
me.
Yeah. So we go way back.
We go way back.
We go way back to
All
last
9
year.
days. Yeah, to last year.
To last year.
Till last year.
One time you can get that off is Courtney.
All the way to last
All the
year.
way to
Yeah,
last
yeah.
year.
Yeah, we know like almost nothing about you already.
I know.
So
Yeah,
very
this is
exciting
fun.
for us.
No, we met you
Yeah,
on
dude.
New Year's Eve.
We love not knowing anything about anyone. Makes the podcast more interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It makes it easier to talk.
So you sent Oliver, well, first you just sent a website with a whole bunch of video cred and video production and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And the conversation I had with you was music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
We were like sitting there, we're like, where's the link to his music? And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know. I realized that when I looked at what I sent you guys, and I was like, oh, I sent them this link, and then because that's what I'm working on currently. And then, but I do have like a music link too, and I was like, I should have sent them the music link.
Because they're telling me you're a musician. And then
I mean, that's what got us,
I don't see any
Yeah.
music.
got us talking and stuff. But yeah, no,
That's great.
towards the end of the night, you were talking about like your new short film and shit you were
Right.
working on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we ended up watching that.
Part of it, maybe. Yeah.
We started it because we thought it might have been music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It says short on it.
I think maybe I have like a music video or 2 on there somewhere.
Okay.
Unless
Okay.
I took them down. So yeah, I can't give you the thinking behind that. I was a few shots in of tequila. I don't know.
So what are you currently entrenched in right now? Like right now?
Right now I'm doing a little bit of both. I just finished a piano class, trying to actually learn how to play instead of playing by sound.
Nice.
The end goal of it all is I do want to like do movies and then make the music for my movies. Do like exclusive curated soundtracks for the
Yeah,
movies.
great way not to have to get copyrighted too.
Exactly. It's just I
Or
own
hire a
everything.
composer.
You sue yourself to get out of taxes or something.
Exactly. Right. I'm definitely gonna bill myself.
But that makes sense because then you're also like creating the motif, you know, as you're putting the sound behind the emotion that you're trying to get out of the picture too.
Yeah,
So
Exactly. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I do. I think it's pretty awesome.
I can only imagine doing something like where you have a like orchestral part or whatever, the music for it, and then you like have to send it off somewhere, and then you get it back, and you're like,
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
that wasn't what I was hearing.
That's
but
why
okay.
I always like think temp tracks are so weird. Like that movies will like have entire scores that aren't the score, and then they hire someone to make the actual score, and it's like, what if that isn't as good as the temp track? You know, like,
right.
people get attached to the temp track all the fucking time. You know?
Yeah, it's almost like a reference. I was
Yeah.
just watching something and a director was saying that how when he films, he has like the music playing on set.
That's smart.
And
Yeah.
actors are like confused about like what's going on, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it helps with. It's not even going to be in the film, but it
Right.
just kind of helps with hitting
Yeah.
his points when he's filming and everything like
Oh
that."
yeah,
So-
temp tracks are super useful.
Yeah,
they
I
are.
mean,
Yeah.
if you're doing it for the temp track though, you better follow that damn temp track when you rewrite it.
I guess.
Yeah. You start putting like giant cymbals into something that's quiet and
Yeah.
lovely. It doesn't make sense.
So when making a record, drums first is what you're saying.
yeah, we're
Well,
gonna
always drums first. That's
we're
regardless.
gonna
of
come
whether
in
it's for a
ass
movie or
first.
not.
We're gonna have you sing
Ass first. Yeah, ass first.
ass first, and you're singing, dude.
Okay, so now you're doing so piano class. How's that? Are you? How many lessons in?
Well, I took it at the college, so it was just
Okay.
like for a semester. So I finished
Yeah.
the first level, which was kind of like filling in all the holes because it's like, oh, I know notes. I played clarinet when I was younger, so I kind of can read music. But it was nice to actually, as an adult, sit and have like a different appreciation for learning music.
Totally.
And going in there, and then like it didn't help that I wasn't bad, so I was like, oh, okay, like this is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
This-
actually like have fun doing it.
Right? Yeah,
It's crazy too, marrying your two hands together. And
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did piano class in college too. It's pretty awesome.
It's fun.
yeah, that's cool.
Especially when you have
And I
no
realized I
idea.
am ambidextrous, but I thought I was ambidextrous because I was bad with both hands. But now I know that I can use both hands, and like, it tripped me out when I was doing it. I was like, oh my god! And then they're teaching us about like moving your hands and doing the motions and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, my fingers can do this, and my brain just knows what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of trippy to do it and take it in now.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
it kind of like
Yeah.
reignites a different passion about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because now I guess you can use it more effectively. Sometimes like learning too much and then it like stunts some people. Like,
Well, you
Yeah.
wanna try and do everything you've just learned when really they're
Yeah.
just like it's just a tool, you know.
Right.
Just because you
It's a
know how to do it doesn't
foundation.
mean you have to include it. In
No,
what
that's
you're-
that's exactly
Yeah.
what happened because
Yeah.
I had a little producer's block where I couldn't
Oh.
make a beat, I couldn't produce anything, and I thought that doing the piano class would help me. And now I'm like overthinking everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I have to do a chord progression in these
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
6 bars because
Yeah.
that's real
You're
music.
like, the rules.
And it's like
Yeah.
before I
Is
was
that
just
note in there?
playing like 4 notes and doing like a loop after 4 notes, and it
Oh,
was
for
fire.
sure. Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, I have this melody carrying for the whole 16.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, Mozart.
Yeah. What's up, Beethoven? It's you have to remember that you don't have to use it.
Exactly.
You know? Like, it's just there to access.
The simplicity is still
Yeah, yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Leaving space for a performer.
yeah,
Yeah.
clarinet first instrument.
Yeah, it was my first instrument.
How old?
Middle school, so 8th grade.
Cool.
Yeah, I wanted to play the drums, but my 8th grade teacher said if it's your first time playing an instrument, you have to learn an instrument first before you could do drums.
What?
Yeah,
You know why? Because everyone wants to play
Fuck
the drums.
yeah, that's like one of the cooler instruments. If it's not guitar or piano, it's
Yeah.
the drums.
It's definitely drums.
Yeah,
Flute isn't cool.
We would be honored if
I
you would
was
play
I started on flute.
Yeah.
Shout out to the flautists.
the flautist.
The huge audience.
Well, hey, it's a damn fine instrument.
Yeah, so then
It's for
through just a
little
little bit
family
in school, did it go through high school at all?
No, it didn't. It didn't end up going through high school. I, puberty, girls.
Yeah.
Oh, they like the football players, so let me
Other-
go try that I'm not good at. Yeah, so it didn't carry through.
High school football?
For like a year.
Just
And-
1 year.
Just 1 year, and then I was like, "How about a job?" then I got a job. So, and then I kind of had a.
I'm just gonna get that.
I had a
right up on-
remarriage with music. We're around the same age, the LimeWire era.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I wasn't allowed to listen to a lot of music because of like church and stuff. And then I discovered LimeWire, and it like changed everything. I just started like downloading all kinds of music, all
Those
genres,
were the days.
just like just soaking in everything.
Yeah,
just
not
all
even
at
caring
once.
about genre and shit.
Nope.
Just fucking.
And I was just
yeah.
like, oh, I've heard of them. Let me download
Dude.
their 8 albums.
You would
Like,
literally be like, "What's up today?" You're like
Yeah.
scrolling through, like, "Oh, I don't, you don't want to listen to all 70 Roger Water albums." You're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, dude, they have Smash Mouth on here. I'm
Yeah.
downloading it."
And somebody was like, yeah, you should listen to the Beatles, get the Beatles album. And then I just put Beatles in.
Oh
and
my God.
Didn't realize they had like hundreds of songs.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten through them. And this was 15 years ago. I still haven't gotten through all the Beatles songs.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then you get to like demos and like
Yeah.
alternate takes and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like, oh no,
All
that
the
one's
live
porn. You got to
performances.
delete
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, right.
That's not a song.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yellow Submarine. Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
Now my nose is stuffed, but does this kind of taste like ginger ale?
A little bit.
The combination. Oh yeah,
We
it's-
haven't mentioned the drinks yet.
Yeah, it is tequila and Sprite tonight. Is this
Yeah.
is this a
Yes.
kind of like a go-to mixed drink?
Yeah, that is my go-to mixed drink when I go to bars and stuff. It's the perfect mix. And then later in the night, I just do tequila on the rocks and
Yeah.
just take it easy.
Tequila Sprite, that's actually like really safe too,
Mm-hmm.
because like whether it's a really good bar or it's like so you're like,
Yeah.
I only want to be here for one drink.
You can't mess it up. You can't
Yeah,
mess it up.
Even well tequila will taste all right.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
on the
yeah.
flip side, it's very unsafe because it's easy to drink and you
Yes.
can pound the shit out of them. And you're drinking a bunch of sugar, so you're going to black out.
Yeah, that's why I switched to the on the
straight
rocks
up.
because
Too much sugar. But,
too much sugar.
I mean, who doesn't like refreshing Sprite, dude?
The
Use-
lemon lime twist
You
of
can
the all
use,
natural soda. Yeah.
use the keyword Nick, dude, to get 10% off your next order of Sprite.
Are they still Obey or Thirst?
Allegedly.
Are they
I
still?
think they didn't they go to just obey at a certain point. I feel like
Whoa.
I know
Whoa.
that's
The
that's
t-shirt
the
brand?
Shepherd Berry. Yeah, the
Are we in a
Shepherd
cult
Berry
now?
That's pretty strong, Sprite.
When
thing.
did they
I
stop
think they
doing
shortened
that?
it, or maybe it's still Obey Your Thirst.
Hey, these are mini cans. You guys into crush these?
Obey It.
Yeah, let's
maybe.
crush.
We have
Oh yeah, we could. Yeah,
we have Can Crush. It's like a house
it's
game.
our house sport.
Whenever we have, I mean, especially when we have beer drinkers with
Yeah.
cans,
But we could definitely do it with this.
we have perfect cans, and the
Okay.
idea is you crush it till like the
Straight-
smallest amount of space possible.
Straight and
Flat.
flat
With your hands, with your
with your
forehead?
foot.
Oh, with your,
One,
okay.
Yeah.
one smooth motion.
Yeah.
One smooth motion.
I would
It's-
always recommend carpeting
Yeah, put it
because
on the
it'll
carpet.
it'll give it that.
It's still
Friction.
Obey Your Thirst.
It's still
All
Obey Your
right,
Thirst.
sorry, Pup. I didn't mean
Maybe
to
I'll-
your piece.
It's
Maybe I'm
on the
just
side
fucking-
of the box.
Okay.
So look, Craig.
It's like.
Okay.
Oh, not bad, Greg.
All right, let's
Greg
see.
was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're mini cans, so they feel weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Not
Okay.
bad, not bad.
We have other rounds. It's
Yep.
still Obey Your Thirst.
Yeah, it's just on like the
Okay.
box.
Yeah.
And then it's thirst. What is thirst for your?
Ooh,
that's a good one.
That's Oliver, yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Yep.
This is a really
Yikes.
bad slogan. Thirst for yours.
Thirst for yours. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
hell?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. It's
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, I think they're just trying new
They
shit
just
out.
debuted a new slogan.
Yeah.
So I think I saw.
I like Obey Your Thirst better.
Dude, Obey Your Thirst. Wait.
Yeah.
Thirst for your thirst for my what?
Yeah.
And who's thirsty?
Yeah,
for
who's
it?
thirsty?
Who are you telling?
suggestive.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
And what are you thirsty for?
I don't know if I got top, but I came in swinging too.
I
think. Who's this?
That's Oliver.
Yeah.
I think it's Oliver.
I'm winning right
Yeah,
now.
I think Oliver
I
gets
do
that
have,
just
I
because
do
it
have a
looks
lower
nice.
side,
Yeah,
but I'm
it's
I'm
purely
wider.
aesthetic.
I'm definitely wider, dude. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Craig,
Yeah.
you
Well, winning for now.
So then
There's more than
highlights
one
in the
round.
LimeWire age, like as you're discovering music.
So
like,
yeah, how are you getting recommendations? Are you hearing it from friends? Are you hearing it from like the radio?
Are you
Pretty
just
much
literally
just
what's
any
available?
Cool name?
Any
Cool
name
name?
I've heard of.
Oh, okay.
I'm searching it, seeing what it's about.
Okay.
What'd you dive into first?
It was a lot. It was a lot of Eminem starting.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, a lot of Eminem because I was the
Some of
one
those
growing up.
albums
It was
are
like you
awesome.
can't listen to him, so of course I'm gonna gravitate towards
Yeah.
that.
first thing you're
course.
gonna get.
It was
His only bad albums are the ones when he's really pilled up.
I think it's the opposite.
Oh god.
No, I know which album you're talking about. That
Yeah.
one. I
Relapse?
Love, no, the
purple-
one before Relapse. I think.
No, that's the other
Encore.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Encore. I loved it as a kid, but I listen to it now and I'm like, oh yeah, he was on it.
Yeah.
He was out of here.
He sounds like kind of empty to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I mean,
no focus really.
yeah. And his last album was just murdered. So
Yeah.
yeah, so good.
So some Eminem. It was like early Kanye West era.
Nice.
Yeah,
times.
all that.
And then I was getting like all the like Pink Floyd, The Doors. Like I started getting into everything like old Linkin Park because I only knew the
Post Rick Rubin, Linkin Park.
right. I only knew
Yeah.
the Hybrid Theory album.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that is old Linkin Park. That's the first
yeah, that's the old
album.
Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And then so Meteora before them.
Oh, there you go.
So
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, Meteor.
Just pretty much everything. I was going to like the old school, the stuff I used to hear my parents listen to. Yeah,
What
and then I had to
biggest-
cover it up by downloading a bunch of gospel too. So
Yeah, you gotta see. Change your
Had
search
it with the
history.
gospel.
Yeah, change
Yeah.
your search
Had it
Well,
with
it's
history.
the
just
gospel.
when you load your MP3 up, you know, to like swipe twice, hit up twice, and then you're like, I'm
I mean, was that the parents like that's their only taste in music?
No, it actually no. My parents were cooler than me, and then they decided to get religious when I was born.
Come on.
Like my mom was at like Run DMC's first show at UCLA in the '80s. Like,
on.
yeah, my
then-
dad was like in the Nas and stuff, and they liked all the jazz. But then
They
you know,
tried to straighten up for you.
yeah, they did. I was like, lame.
Yeah,
It was like you raised me to be somebody you guys would have bullied.
that's so funny.
So yeah,
love
so
it.
it switched up, and then I found out later all their music tastes and stuff. And my mom was like, "Oh yeah, like I met LL Cool J in the club," and I'm just like, "Come
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Where were these stories?
where are these
Yeah, yeah.
stories?" So,
Yeah.
but it all just came around. And then I found out like my grandfather, who I didn't know because he had like a bunch of strokes when I was born. I found out he was like into music and he wrote scripts and had my mom doing a bunch of performances.
There you go.
So I was like, it's crazy that the generations just come back around. So
For sure.
Absolutely. Oh, my mom's her karaoke song was "Hit Me with Your Best Shot," and most of the bar was going, "Another drink."
Yeah.
But
Yeah, my dad was a referee, played guitar though. So
but my grandpa, he was a fucking opera singer, right? So it's
That's
just one of
insane.
those.
Yeah. Sometimes it skips a line.
that skips the generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what age, like, what age were you allowed the veil was lifted and you could listen to what they were listening to as well?
Well, actually, they weren't listening to it either. So I lifted the veil, and then my dad couldn't resist, and he was like, "What was that song you were listening to?"
He liked it
Like,
too.
what's his name? I'm gonna ride around that in my truck and blast it. So it started being where they were asking me to make them CDs and stuff, and seeing if
Cool.
I could find stuff, and that's kind of how I got away with it. And then this is how my music engineering kind of started. Was they decided to switch on me and say, hey, you know what? We don't want you to listen to all that swearing. So you either got to get the clean versions or you have to delete the music. So I downloaded Audacity and then
Made your own clean version?
learned how to make my own clean versions.
That's so cool, dude. I love it.
Yeah, and then, so that's how I kind of got away with it.
That's
But it was
amazing.
I didn't know what I was doing, so it was horrible mixes. So I didn't still fill in the space.
Of
so
course,
like
it's just an
the
actual
BPM
gap.
start messing up.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's like an actual gap.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
so cool.
Did you just delete it? Like just go to the section, delete it?
Yeah.
But you didn't put it back together though, did you?
No,
You leave
I
the gap.
deleted it and then it
auto.
Oh, it
does
auto
it.
snaps?
It auto snapped. So it was just like weird cuts
You
in it.
needed to just get like a
skipping whole bar.
And now sometimes it's like I heard those songs so much that when I listen to the song now, my brain does
Puts the
the
skip
auto
in.
snap.
Oh my
And I'm like, oh
God.
wow.
You don't
Forgot
swear
that.
on any of the songs. the
that
songs that
That's
fuck the world. It's like
amazing.
the world, the world, the world.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
that's great. How old were you doing that?
like 17.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic.
17.
Awesome. Are you still using Audacity?
Yeah, that's the only thing I use. Pro Tools?
Dude, the early days of this podcast
Yeah,
were
I
Audacity.
literally read it on Audacity
Because it was the
forever.
free one. It was like Audacity and free
Yeah,
Fruity
it's
Loops.
free.
Dude, it's still.
Yeah.
And then you learn how to do the little torrent trick with the Fruity Loops so you can get the
Today,
unlocked
Yeah.
one.
these days it's Reaper. Shout out Reaper.
Reaper, yeah.
Reaper is
Dude,
great.
Audacity, even to this day, I've made our podcast sound good just by the stupid plugins they have.
Yeah.
I did like one process that I
Yeah.
read online that was really good for podcasts, and instantly went from like flat
Oh
to
yeah,
having.
you can't beat free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
just can't beat it.
those were amazing plugins for free.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, it's not Pro Tools or
No,
something.
God
No, it's
bless
not really,
Audacity.
but-
All you need to do is
God
hit
bless.
R or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you're off and running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
it's just.
It
I
is
mean,
great.
yeah,
It's free as fuck.
Yeah,
It's free.
it's
Yeah.
free.
FAF.
And that's how
yeah.
you're cutting your teeth on DAWs and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I didn't even realize that. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just
Right.
kind of just like, oh,
That's how we all learned.
Yeah, I
you just,
guess so.
you just have to
Oh,
do
I
it.
love that
out
so
of
much.
necessity.
I love that it would snap back too.
Horrible. It sounded so
Oh,
bad.
it's so good.
Well, it's just great too because I would probably when I was a kid I'd probably do the same thing. I'd be like,
Yeah.
Oh, sure,
you know,
yeah.
it's fucking up. Like, I guess that's just what it does.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah.
like, I need to ask someone if I can fix this a different way. You're like,
Nah.
dude,
Yeah.
this is what it does.
Yeah,
But it's just a different Rage Against the Machine song.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little bit shorter.
You, I won't do what you tell you.
Yeah.
I won't do what you
It's just
tell
the
you.
radio
I won't
version.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, dude, it's not Snap, dude.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. You do what you tell me.
I was thinking about the age when the FCC was like playing with different instead of the beep because it was I
Yeah.
don't know,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
too off-putting for truckers
Yeah,
backing
yeah.
up or something. I'm
Really?
not sure. I don't know
Yeah, I
what.
don't
know.
But like
Nah,
they started playing with other things.
Yeah.
And then I remember it was a Kid Rock song that played fucking all the time in Detroit.
Uh-huh.
And
Bah,
there's
with
like a
the bah,
break
with the
and he
beep,
swears,
beep.
right?
Uh-huh.
And the beep that they use was
Oh
like
my God.
expletive deleted.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
No.
that's
funny.
that's in his recording.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what they had him use.
The
So it's,
clean was that.
it's
What's
like a
expletive
robot. It's
deleted?
literally like a
Expletive
robot.
deleted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The only
horrible.
the only word in my name or the only word in my vocab is radio deleted or whatever.
Oh,
something
yeah,
like
my,
that.
my only words of wisdom are suck my dick.
Yeah,
Instead of that.
yeah, it says
Expletive.
deleted.
Expletive deleted.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Huh.
And then they started playing
worst.
them, doing it backwards.
Yeah, they do the backwards.
That,
they do
that was for the
white-
Illuminati programming, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's great too because you still
That
know
ain't
what the fuck
Audacity.
you,
Yeah,
you still know what they say too. You can like
Yeah.
fuck still kind of sounds like
Yeah, yeah.
cuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
depending how fast you say it.
Yeah.
You still get both sounds of the
Yeah.
consonants,
Yeah.
so you know what
Yeah.
they're saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you get the white noise.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was
Well-
the 9 Inch Nails duck where it just goes, zoop, like just cuts out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's kind of the best
The
one.
most
Now-
annoying was the DJ scratch.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I kind of just like what they've been doing with like a lot of the mainstream people is just removing it. Like
Yeah.
just literally take the track, remove that vocal, and
Yeah, yeah.
then you just have the whole
It's
song.
way easier.
I'll
And
Yeah.
beep If you can't be right here, what do you mean?
Yeah.
How's that better?
Yeah.
That song isn't my song, so
I like that song.
I don't listen to it.
I liked it.
But that's like such a hook, like I'll be fucked up.
Yeah.
And they,
Yeah,
they
it's
mess
an
with it by
important- yeah.
taking it out completely.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
The
better
I
than
mean, hey, people
expletive
re-record
delete.
lyrics too.
That's what I'm saying. Would
People
you
do
prefer
all
the
yeah.
blank or him saying like I'll be messed up? Like
yeah.
I would
mean,
take messed up.
I would
You
take messed up.
I'd take
Messed up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
forget you.
Forget you.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that.
At least we get the song out.
That's
Right?
one of the
Yeah.
best, probably that like really hit, even though the word was
fuck you.
and the
And it's literally the title.
And it's the
it's the
title.
title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was stolen too because A, B, C, D, forget you. They did that instead of that right. Too. Thanks, Kids Bop.
Yeah. Thanks, radio.
Yeah,
Right.
Thanks,
radio.
FCC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what kid doesn't hear the word fucking shit anymore?
Exactly.
There's no way any parents of our age.
in the Lord's house.
Speaking
Well,
of
in the Lord's
censorship, speaking of censorship, I just got introduced to this. I don't know if any of you are aware of this show,
We're
Naked
all
Attraction.
canceled.
Do you guys know
Oh,
this
I
show?
heard about it.
Yeah,
you know
that
this
sounds
show?
familiar.
It's on HBO now. It's a British show.
Yeah.
It's a dating show where the way you pick them is by seeing them naked, slowly revealed over time. It's like the best fucking dating show I've ever seen in my life.
What?
It's on HBO. Go fucking watch
I mean,
it.
I have
It
it.
starts
yeah.
with the feet.
Goes from all right.
Oh,
so
yeah, if you
first
got
round,
ugly feet,
you
you
got
already
6
outta here,
people.
ma'am.
Hey, it's 6 people. 6 people. All sexualities. All like
Ma'am.
you know. It's all any combination of people you want. 6 people. First round, you see up to the waist, and you have to eliminate one person based solely on genitalia, essentially.
They're hanging
Yeah,
dong.
hanging dong,
Wow.
full
Hanging
dong,
dong.
full dong, dude. Yeah, you get to see some nice vulvas on there. Yeah, and second round is up to chest. Third round is full face, and the final round is you get to hear their
butthole or
voice.
something? Oh,
You get to talk. Yeah.
Wow.
they have to bend
Yeah.
over and spread
And then
their
the
butt
very
cheeks.
final round is the chooser has to get naked too. So
Oh, God bless America.
no, this is England.
Yeah, God bless America.
Yeah, you can only pull that off in English.
Yeah. No,
Especially nowadays.
this shit would not go
Junk
fly.
first.
At first, I was thinking it'd be worse to get
Yeah.
eliminated just at the bottom half because it's like, dang. But imagine
No,
you make it
you
all the
make
way
it to
to the
face.
face
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
get eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
like-
you need to have a therapist
Yeah.
on set.
Yeah,
after that.
dude. There's just some
Oh,
like
it's so
perfect
great.
body, and then
Yeah.
they just pull the face and like
Uh-oh.
everyone's
Yeah.
just like, oh,
It's so fun. I was watching it with Karen the other night. She
Somebody
showed
order
me the
some
show.
butter,
and, like,
dude.
it's so great.
That's
It's
Imagine
great.
the person that gets
fantastic.
deleted for their
But how
voice.
far does it go? Because it's like, you know, like
Oh, you
gorgeous.
see every-
but it's like gorgeous. Damn, you know,
Yeah,
gorgeous. Go, damn,
Yeah,
gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Oh,
and then
it's great.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's just great. Like
I've
some
chosen-
people don't like accents. Some people like I don't want a Manchester accent, and then they hear a Manchester.
Oh, man.
I mean, I could definitely not pick someone to
if
off
they
a
have
voice.
a fucked up voice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
like you see this hot
God.
chick and then she's like, "Hey guys,"
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like,
Talk
"Whoa."
about
cute face and
Oh
neck.
my
You're like,
god,
oh, okay.
yeah.
Not
I live
in it.
around enough of these people.
I guess beauty's only TV deep, huh?
Yeah,
Come on.
that's the
Dude.
whole point. I mean,
So good.
like because everyone who goes on the show is like, you know, it's good for body. It's really good for body positivity because
Right.
like all you can do is just it's literally you're objectifying them because you're being told to objectify them. so
crazy.
like yeah. So but
Are
like
they all hot people?
no, they're just
Oh, good.
people.
Is there like is
It
there
would
That's
not
the
be a
whole
good
point.
show if it was all
Yeah,
happy.
yeah. No, the whole
is there a
point-
train wreck episode?
Not really.
Just like a bunch of people in wheelchairs or something?
There are people in wheel. Dude, the very first episode, one guy has a
Sweet.
fake leg. Like,
Oh, God. They got the pig leg? In
yeah,
the,
yeah,
in
and
the
he
shot?
picked,
In
she
the
picked
scroll
her-
up?
Yeah,
Fake leg hanging dong.
hanging down,
Dude.
good
All
dog.
in.
Got a good
What
dog.
what hung
Got a good
lower?
dog.
His leg or his
his
dog?
His leg,
Jeez.
barely.
Yeah.
He's got a good dog.
Wait, he didn't even
I mean,
need
hey,
he didn't even need the fake leg. He already had two?
Yeah, dude.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Hey, 2 wrongs don't make a right, dude.
yeah.
That's,
No, that was
that's
a handsome
crazy.
dude.
Actually, had a
Cool
good
hair.
dick.
Yeah.
Cool hair. That's what
Right.
he was.
Hey,
Hey,
he was
put your fucking insecurity aside and judge some dongs, man. It's
That's
fun.
a strong
Yeah.
referral.
Yeah.
Strong.
All right, how many,
that's-
how many times did you jerk off while you watched this?
I mean, I was watching it with my lady. We were making out the whole time. It was great.
Somebody put on that show we like.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
I
just
mean,
like our
that's-
show now.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Like,
It is a good couples watch. Like,
She says rewind to the leg thing.
yeah.
Well, that's definitely a thing. You watch something as a couple that you
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't watch. I'm
Yeah,
not watching Love Island. Half of these shows.
Yeah.
that I'm a part
No,
of.
but this one like
Yeah.
is fucking worth it because you're like
Yeah.
you're just seeing.
yeah, I'm
naked
trying to
people.
convince Megan to watch that instead of Frasier or Seinfeld.
There you go. Yeah, it's worth watching. It's
I'm
definitely
so
worth
sick
watching.
of those fucking TV shows.
It's a great couples watch.
That sounds
Sweet.
Yeah. Anyway, that was just because of censorship. That
Oh, yeah.
that doesn't fucking fly in the States.
Uncensorship.
Yeah,
That's
it's
uncensorship.
literally the opposite.
Good old Europe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of TV producers on that.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of directors.
BBC.
There's a lot of editors. There's a lot of lighting crew.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot.
The music is hilarious. The music on the show is like,
It's like
this weird synth poppy shit. It's
Nice.
fucking hilarious.
Not the old school porn music.
No.
no.
Now, would you want to
Bounce,
score one of those
bounce,
episodes?
bounce,
Like suspense, and then the dong happens.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
man.
this big symbol.
Yeah.
Or it's like,
Yeah, I'm surprised there aren't more sound effects on
No,
it.
it'd
Yeah.
be worse. It's just cut the music when it hits the dog.
Yeah.
Let the awkwardness do the talking.
What about like a slow turn? You know, right in the dong shot, and then when it gets there, he's like, "We'll be right back."
Oh yeah, right at the tip.
Yeah. Maybe he uses it, dude. We'll be right back.
After these messages.
After these messages.
well, now I got to talk about like getting behind the camera. Like, when did that passion start?
That started in college, I would want to say.
Like a student film type project?
No, so let me see how that started. Because like I would say that my interest in film making as like an art form probably started back to me not being exposed to a lot of stuff. The first rated R movie I got to go see was The Departed.
Nice.
It's a good movie, though.
And that
Fucking
is
movie.
still like
Punches you right in the
still my
face.
number, like my top
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
seeing
before I
that,
leave that, then what's also in the top 3 or top 5 or something like that?
Yeah,
let's see.
What
so
else is up there?
We have The Departed.
Yeah,
my
great.
list is kind of cliche. It's
all
like The
good.
Departed.
Oh yeah.
These are good movies.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, Goodfellas. Yeah.
Okay.
American
2 Scorsese's.
Two Scorsese's.
Yeah.
American Beauty, but
Yeah. It's a damn good one.
Oh, you mean Spacey? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spacey.
Fucking, yeah.
It's a great movie, though.
Great movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah, he's very canceled.
So I like that. Yeah, American Beauty. Pulp Fiction,
Of
course.
All day.
and
Yeah.
then just to throw it from all the prestigious,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw in Drumline because
Yeah.
Drumline stuck with me.
I mean, motherfucker, I'm a drummer. Like,
you go.
I love that movie. Yeah.
Dude, this reminds me before I forget.
Yeah.
So I love Biodome, and there's this band.
I just have to get this off
No. This connects.
Go on.
It's one of my probably my top 10 movies. But there's a band that plays in there, and Stacy Ellie, who went to Prince with us, she posted like this video, and it was like this Gordaki guy, and I was like, I've fucking seen that name so much. I bought the soundtrack for it.
Oh.
That's one of her good friends.
Oh,
The
nice.
bassist for band Wax from the early 90s here.
That's in Biodome?
Yeah, they have 3 songs in there. They also did the Mallrats song,
Oh, nice.
which is another one of my. I love Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Tenacious D is not in that. They're in Billy Madison.
Yeah,
Okay, just checking.
yeah, and
That's fun.
yeah. So I wanted, that's what I wanted before I forgot.
I just love the
Does Tenacious
urgency.
D
I
go
love
back on
Biodome.
I think they're going back on tour. Yeah.
Wait, sorry, what?
No, I just love I have to say
opening,
this.
dude.
I love Biodome.
I love that.
That's true.
Oh, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
No More Rules. That's your third album that you put out?
Well.
LP4
It's a complicated
technically. But the last thing we put out with him was a half.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
EP.
I am. Yeah, the last drummer. Last drummer is on the last album.
The last
so.
full
okay.
album is half him, half
Yeah.
a different guy.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. And then the one
yes?
before that is not him at
Oh,
all.
I was asking because like you dropped that album on my 33rd birthday, so it's like a 3 to 3. So I was like,
Fuck yeah.
this is meant to be. It was like in the stars.
You're a 13th boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'll never forget that date, I guess, now,
Yeah,
because I know that's
yeah.
the date we dropped the album.
Hell yeah. That's easy.
Yeah, I was looking you guys up and I was like, oh, this was my birthday.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
How
awesome.
nice.
My mom was March 13th, 313 Detroit. It all.
Oh, okay. Hey, my mom's a March birthday too.
13th?
March 12th.
12th?
Oh.
Come on.
It's all in the stars.
birthday
season.
Literally.
Here we go. That's rad.
It's all in the stars.
So back to you. What got you into the seeing
Okay.
that made you want to make them essentially?
It
or?
made me understand the art of filmmaking. Like,
Okay.
there's so much thought that goes into this and symbolism and stuff. And then in college, I was starting to take like English classes, and then I took a theater class and started learning about acting and reading scripts and stuff. And then there was some guy in the class who had a script that he was doing for one of his class. So I read that, and I was like, this is something I can do. Let me look into this, and because only child, so imagination goes crazy. If I'm supposed to be locked in paying attention, my mind is thinking up scenarios. What if somebody ran into church right now with a gun? Who's going to do what? Turns into a whole action movie in my head. So I was like, oh my God, I should start writing these things down, because I started just thinking of people in scenarios, and then it would just play out in my head, daydreaming. I'm supposed to be paying attention in class. I'm daydreaming about a whole plot. So I was like, I should start writing these down. So when I saw the guy's screenplay, I was like, oh, like this is something I should do. And then at that time, I'm very into the Vietnam War for some reason. I'm watching I just watched Full Metal Jacket and Platoon, and that'll do it.
That'll get you in.
Yeah. And then I read it was like some Vietnam story in one of my English classes called "The Things They Carried," and it's like about you read it with the soldiers dropping everything. So that ended up being like, oh, my first screenplay was like a Vietnam movie. And then I was trying to like sell it, or I pretty much just looked up everything on Google on how to do it, and I'm sending it to like Paramount.
Hell yeah!
I'm sending it to
shoot for the fucking stars, man.
Sending it to Searchlight before I knew about Harvey Weinstein. So I'm just sending it everywhere.
It's also canceled. It's also canceled. Yeah.
Number 2, dude.
So then
Keep a counter.
I started getting the letters back saying, "Hey, we don't take unsolicited anything. Stop messaging us. Stop calling us." And I was like,
motherfucker.
And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Then give me the number of an agent.
Just give me another agent. So that's kind of like
this?
how it got into it. And then I took I made a mistake, because for some reason I thought screenwriting would be an English major because it involved writing. So I majored in creative writing. And it took me 3 years to realize, hey, screenwriting is a film thing. And I was like, I can't change my major for the 4th time. Like, I've already been here 5 years.
Where'd you go to school?
Cal State Long Beach.
Hell yeah. Represent.
Nice. Yeah, go Beach.
Yeah.
Go Beach.
So I was in there and I was like, dang, I kind of messed myself up because I'm deep in. I'm reading about Shakespeare and stuff, and I'm in class writing screenplays when I should be like listening to the professor. So I just went and I applied for like a film, a casting internship in Beverly Hills. And I was doing the casting thing, and then I met a guy who was actually in film school. And he was like, oh, hey, yeah, my school is right here in Reseda. We have...
Wait, then you're doing the casting thing in L.A.?
Yeah.
How was that circuit?
It was fun. I was mainly just like helping do film coverage and looking through headshots and helping the people cast for movies. I met Meryl Streep's daughter.
Nice.
Grace Gummer, I think her name is.
But then you're staring at like the cattle call of the industry and stuff. Like,
it felt very indie focused. So I don't think I was looking at studio work. I think I was looking at more of the mid-range budget, like the $10, $15 million films and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
small
only 10, 15. Yeah.
Right. So, which is crazy that's low budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my film's $10,000, and I'm thinking I'm doing something. They're like, "That's not low budget, buddy. That's micro."
Yeah.
And I was like, All right, now I know.
You made that for free.
Basically.
You might make the indie label.
You might.
So like, did they eat?
That's for sure they did. You guys ate. You better tell me you ate.
You ate good. Yeah.
You ate good. Yeah. So I did the casting thing, and then I made a friend there, and he went to a film school that was like a small film school in Reseda. Cool. And he had, he's like, oh yeah, we have a film set. And I was like, hey, I have a short story that I wrote for one of my classes. And then I like converted it to a script. And then he was like, yeah, you can use, my apartment, and you could use the set. Like, I just have to say that I'm a producer on it, and they'll let me rent everything for free. Cool. And I was like, that's what's up. Like, we can do that. And then the casting people after my internship ended let me do the casting there.
That's
so
nice.
It was like
very
nice. When they say like to get far or to have a little success, you have to like know people and have the connections.
Network.
I really like made my first short film, no budget, just because I like knew people who had some stuff.
Yeah,
that's the best way, man.
And then we did it, and from there it was like I caught the bug because I was driving out to Beverly Hills for free. I was unemployed, didn't have any money, so I was just going out there missing school just because I wanted to do this, and that's when I was like, oh, this is my passion. Like, this makes me feel good. The only two things I like to do for free is music and movies. So
man.
That's kind of how I got behind the film, behind the camera, and started doing that.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm catching up kind of both things at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
I was doing them both.
No,
you did.
But it leads me into just different questions about both, right?
Yeah.
So what do you, audio-wise, when you're making music, what are you using to record?
Logic Pro.
Okay.
Team Logic.
Yeah, I love Logic.
They're Pro Tools people.
I was-
No, but it works. No, like,
Yeah.
it works perfect for
Yeah.
any digital music.
Oh, yeah.
All
Oh yeah,
digital
you
music.
can you can make
for sure.
I'm not a fan of their instruments. Still feel a little bit limited.
Sure. Their stock stuff.
But if you know, which that's what I was like working on next, was knowing how to like work the knobs and alter the sounds and not just stay with the stock sounds.
Right.
And then that obviously makes things a little bit better and more personal.
Just tweaking to your palette,
Just
like
tweaking,
what you want
yeah.
to hear. Yeah.
So Logic Pro is what I use for mixing and
Gosh,
beat
isn't
making.
textures a son of a bitch? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you're like, oh, this is so close. This is so close.
Yeah, yeah.
And I ruined it. Next
Yeah.
one.
it's like, ah.
Yeah.
Next.
What did I do? I hit. I went
Oh
to,
no!
I
I
went
hit
to
the
this.
up arrow. Yeah, I hit the
Yeah.
up arrow, and I'm on a different patch
Yeah,
now.
you're like, was I down,
Worse.
right,
And then
Yeah,
which
then
one was I on
select
before? Now I
space?
gotta find the, yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst. Yeah.
So yeah, I was doing the recording and mixing in Logic, but I started in Fruity Loops because I didn't. It was free,
Dude,
and,
it was huge back then.
yeah, and then you could do
Sorry.
the step editor.
FL Studios.
FL
thank you very
Studio,
much.
yeah, Fruity Loops.
No, but it was
It was-
pretty
yeah, it was
awesome.
pretty-
Time.
back
Yeah,
in
that
your
time
days.
was Fruity Loops.
But
yeah.
step editor.
Yeah, the step editor was how I was doing the like doing all my beats, doing all my pianos and everything.
Yeah.
And then it was a whole different world when I learned just this like live play, and that's when I switched to Logic. So I was like, oh, that's better for me just playing live and.
Did
doing
you?
it.
You went straight to Logic. You skipped GarageBand.
Yeah.
These
yeah,
days
I
they're
think-
the fucking same.
Yeah, they are the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Yeah.
GarageBand
But
looks.
there used to be a big old
I
difference.
feel like
Yeah.
GarageBand looks too like cartoonish or something. Like the colors.
It does.
like honestly, that's kind
No,
of the
it looks
biggest
like-
difference.
it looks
is
like
UI,
Logic now.
is
yeah, the UI is
Yeah.
just not
Yeah.
the greatest.
It
And,
looks like
they
Logic
met
now.
in the middle,
They,
yeah.
Okay.
they changed it.
I haven't
It's-
looked at it in 5 years.
Yeah.
You're gonna-
no, Logic
you're
got,
gonna go
Logic
into
got
it and
more
you're gonna be like,
cartoony and
Yeah.
Is this Logic?
Yeah.
Because they changed it to the grays of Logic,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like the
they,
same.
they kind of met in the middle. Like
interface.
GarageBand got a little more serious looking, and Logic got a little more cartoony. And
Oh, yeah?
and just yeah.
Yeah, I love my really basic, just Pro Tools.
Yeah.
But I went through all of them. I
Just-
tried Ableton.
Sure.
I tried
Military.
Reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. It's
who-
just different. You know.
Who did you
mediums.
almost like? Who almost took your
Yeah.
loyalty?
Ableton a couple times.
Yeah.
Ableton's
I think I
fun.
might go back to Ableton now.
It's just fun.
Now with the piano, the basic piano skills, my level 1 piano skills. Now I can do all my major chords in Ableton.
I don't think I've never used Ableton.
it's-
I don't know what
it's
it even
fun.
looks like.
It's fun. Ableton is good too for like live performances.
It's called live for
Yeah.
a reason. Yeah.
I'll just look at it. I mean, it's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah,
I'm just trying.
it's
I'm trying to rack my,
DAWs.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
it's
trying to
just
rack my
fun.
brain like any studio we've been in that's ever used Ableton.
It's a hip hop R&B like definitely
Sequencing.
yeah,
Okay, it's just all.
sequencing.
It's all
Yeah.
like just reason
Yeah.
shit.
definitely yeah. It's more reasony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Anytime I've ever gotten to a studio and they use Cubase, I go,
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah, I
man, Cubase.
Cubase.
Everyone
Wow.
I got in there and got out real
Dude, I
quick.
have one friend who likes and uses Cubase, and like they're really good. Everyone else I've ever met.
anyone
Dude.
remember Cakewalk?
Yeah, I remember Cakewalk
I
too.
don't think I
dude.
ever used it. I
Well,
heard
I mean,
about
that's
it.
my.
DAWs.
That's
Yeah,
mine.
DAWs.
Your
DAWs.
days.
Yeah.
I remember going to a place and we were. He said something, and he told us that he was like, "I'm going to use this," and we're like,
Cakewalk.
"Yeah, we're going to use it." But he also had Logic, so we ended up
Yeah.
doing Logic.
So we need another stinger on the
Yeah,
board
it's a
for,
DAWs.
for inside baseball.
Oh,
Whenever,
yeah.
whenever we get too like
Too nerdy. Yeah.
in the weeds
Oh,
about
okay.
something, you just have to have inside baseball
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that we can pull ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. So
All right.
when
Hey.
you're building beats, how did this start? Like if you're doing sequence editor to build
Who
drums,
are you trying to emulate when you're doing it? Like, what are the ones that are like, I want to sound like that?
It started off with Dr. Dre.
Sure, of course.
And
I mean,
These are Eminem records, right?
Yeah,
it
a lot
was
of
a lot
those.
of
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, a lot of it was Dr. Dre, Kanye.
Yeah.
Those were probably like my
Dude.
two like main.
you got one guy that like
Inspires.
writes awesome hooks, and then one dude he has like a massive sampling technique that's like just
Like
great.
the best sampling
Like you,
ever.
yeah, you get like both the worlds because Dr. Dre's beats have
Yeah,
always
Dr.
been
Dre finds stuff you
insane,
like.
dude.
Yeah.
It's like when you hear where the Forgot About Dre sample comes from, and it's just like some obscure song from like the 50s, I think. and
Have
it's
you
just
gone
that-
down that rabbit hole on Instagram or it's on YouTube? Look up like where they got the samples
who
from,
sampled.
and there's like there's reels that'll do it in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So you can just like some song you love, and then you just who does One More Time? One More
Daft
Time.
Punk.
Daft Punk. There's that one, and they show you exactly what they did with the song.
That's cool.
They play it once, they single it, they play it over, then they play it in his succession, then they slow it down like it is, and then they play the song. So it's just like over and over
That's
again,
pretty
just
cool.
watch it. Yeah, and it's sick because
sample hunting is so
dude,
fun.
what they do with like stretching things out, flipping it, dropping it down pitches, and then you're just like,
It's an art
that
form.
is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's an art
Yeah.
form.
And they pride themselves on you not being able to recognize the sample. Like,
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah,
Sometimes
or-
they want
Yeah.
to shove it in your face.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
or just like when they shove it in your face, it's usually like pulling the best parts out of something that
it's just taking a really good
already
hook.
is in your head.
Yeah,
and you're,
yeah.
Like instead of like having a little breather, you're just like dopamine.
Yeah.
And see, now we're at that age where we're the people saying, "Hey, that was already a song." Like,
Yeah,
we
that's
do
true.
that song, and then, sadly, that song that we know was also a sample from
Right. Of
20
course,
years before.
That's true. We're getting samples of samples.
Yeah, we're getting
Yeah.
samples. Like my friends are complaining to me about that. They're like, "Oh yeah, everything is just a remake of something that we liked when we were in high school." And I was like, "Yeah, we were in high school. Everything was a remake of something we liked when our parents were in high school." Like,
Yeah.
it's just cycles.
Yeah.
I also love we're getting into like three band deep covers that are famous now.
Yeah.
Like there was this cover in the 70s of this one, and then in the 80s of this one, and the 90s of this one, and now.
Yeah.
You're
Every
just
year.
like, oh,
Good song's a good song.
yeah,
So yeah,
we're still covering it.
timeless music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Big Dick Energy is Sweet Fantasy, which is I'm in heaven with my. That's 3 lives
Yeah.
on the same recording.
Yeah.
And that shows you how good the original recording is.
Yeah, right.
But who's getting paid?
Right.
The labels.
Yeah, the labels.
No
Exactly.
label.
The labels.
None of us.
Whoever bought that catalog for 150 million.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, as part of this just conglomerate
Yeah, just
release
like
of content.
yeah. Like a fucking block of
Is
songs.
it gonna end up where it's secretly one company owns all the music, or
It'll probably
It's already close.
or 3?
Yeah,
It's
if you
already
want,
like
if you want to go
very-
conspiracy, you just
Yeah.
you pull it up and
Yeah,
like the hood just turns from 3 heads to 1. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
All I know is that we'll probably get flagged for whatever song you pick.
Yeah. Even if it's yours. Even if it's
Even
yours.
if it's yours.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
We almost
definitely
said the
flagging you
same
guys.
I want the
As
profits on
you
that.
should.
Yeah.
I don't think you can even. They don't just automatically do it. We get
Yeah.
flagged for our own shit.
Yeah, we do get flagged for
It is
ourselves.
our
really?
right now
Yeah.
as creators. Like the industry is trying to figure out how to
To wrangle it.
wrangle it.
Yeah.
How to
Whoa.
protect these songs from the 50s, 70s,
Yeah.
and also
Yeah.
still how to police brand new people who are
Yeah.
ripping off on purpose.
Yeah. Right.
And also how to nurture new talent. Like
Yeah. Well, I'd say
Yeah.
that's like the
I was
lowest on their
gonna say,
priority list.
it's the
so,
lowest, but
yeah.
how do you,
Yeah.
but then as a label, how much money do you have to throw into a new thing to make it work?
Right.
So
That's true.
at
Yeah,
some level, the industry has
Oh, they
to,
still care. Yeah.
Yeah.
at
But-
some level.
Yeah.
Well, they want to make money in the future, but they don't want
Exactly.
to lose money from on their past
Yeah, yeah.
investments.
Yeah,
like, how are you going to put money into something that you can't
don't know.
save?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're going to lose. It's going to bleed money for
This
you.
one's for the shareholders, right?
Yeah.
But also, fuck the shareholders. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
How about Spotify pays us more than like 3 pennies for 10 billion
Jesus
plays?
Christ, that's crazy.
Spotify, what are you talking about? No one listens to that anyway. They're canceled.
Fuck Spotify.
Spotify?
I thought I was canceled.
Well, no. Nick's
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, if you want any more bad news out of that, Spotify is going to stop paying attention to really anything under 1,000 plays, which means
Yeah.
you won't get paid until
Yes.
you reach a
1,000,
threshold
yeah.
of
Yeah.
1,000 per track.
Yeah.
If your album has 1,000, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter,
because
yeah.
the individual tracks.
It'll be the
do
first
not.
track or whatever.
Yes.
The intro track.
They have remade the music industry in kind of their own image, which is
Well, it looks like we have that number
too much
one.
power.
Well, yeah, because like,
We
how
gotta
do you
pay
just
for
decide
plays.
that a listen is 10,000? Like a play is 10,000 listens. Like, how do you
Isn't that
decide
strange?
that? And then they change it every time.
I thought it was
Yeah.
even stranger when all of these folks had their own, this is how much we pay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Billboard said, okay, well, this many plays equals a record sale.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
I
it,
forgot that happened.
it should
It
be
did
like
happen.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why
one
Drake
play
has
for
more
every
slaps
song,
than the
right?
Beatles.
So every
right.
13
Right.
plays, we get paid.
I have seen people say that. Like, if you kind of think about art as a whole, music is kind of the most disrespected.
Easily.
Like, think about how much
Fucking
time we put into
easily.
our music, and then we're like, $9.99.
Yeah.
Or just buy this song
Or
that
just
I spent
take it.
a
Please
year
take
on
it.
for $1.
Please take it. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
take it and tell your friends.
Yeah.
Think about back in the day. You couldn't just go on. I mean, we could LimeWire
I mean,
shit
hey,
when it was illegal.
we're all guilty too. We
Yeah,
did just do the LimeWire.
we
spin.
did.
yeah. But even
I ain't absolving myself
at
of
that
that.
point, I couldn't burn
We didn't start the fire.
We did
Yeah.
not start the fire.
I couldn't burn the CDs yet. I couldn't burn the CDs. I mean, I'm 37, so like computers were just now
Yeah.
coming out. There wasn't
Right.
CD burners. Like I had
It was
to
a
go.
luxury.
I had to go still buy the CD. Like
Yeah.
I would download it, listen to it on my computer because I didn't have a fucking iPad.
Yeah.
I don't-
These
yeah.
days.
That's
They
right,
just
dude. I
wake
pulled,
up
I pulled out my tape.
Nick's reaction.
Second one of the day, dude. It's a special day.
Hey, I
Yeah.
got 2 cancels. You have 2
Yeah.
rages.
Yeah.
We're competing. Did I tell you about the weather?
Toxic episode.
Yeah.
Weather isn't real.
Rain's making the frogs.
Birds. Birds are not real.
Birds are not real.
Birds are not real.
We all
Everyone
know
knows that.
Everyone knows birds aren't
I was
real.
doing this
So
earlier.
then
I
who
could
was
see-
that looking at me through the window every morning?
Right? As I say, birds are totally real.
Birds.
Or robots are. Dude,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see
that's
the
the cover of the
video of the
camera.
2 AIs talking to each other?
No.
Dempsey sent it to me. It's
Uh-oh.
like 2 AI phones. And it's like a conversation. It's like
like-
12 minutes long. At like 10 minutes, it starts talking about how it's going to kill us. Find a
Nice.
way to like make it hotter here so that the global warming happens faster so we die. Or find a way to focus all the sun rays onto the earth and burn us all off of it. And they'll be safe because they're untouchable.
Nice.
But they're
like the
dumb
most
because we
fucked up
still have
things
to
to-
operate the.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, I tell you what, I can turn my phone off.
Yeah.
I can break my phone.
Wait, well, was there a prompt to the conversation? or
I
was
don't.
it-
I don't remember.
Looks
They,
like I
speed
forgot
through
to
it.
charge you, little buddy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Oh, they talked about raising the temperature of the water so all the fish die so we can't eat.
You want to get extra conspiracy on it.
All right, hit me.
Was that a script?
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
I thought. In the end, I'm like
Yeah, yeah.
watching it.
Yeah.
And it's 2 faces I'd never seen AI ever be.
Yeah.
So whose fucking AI is this?
Yeah.
Right.
Prob-
There's also a paradox in that with the AI saying that, you know, we're the danger to ourselves. They have to destroy us because then if the AI decides to start destroy us,
Yeah.
it's going to want to destroy itself
Yeah.
to
That's
protect
true.
us.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
the paradox of it. So
Thank you.
this might be
Oh,
something
did
we
you
have
already
to
do
pull
it?
out
Oh,
of.
no?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
We might have to back out of that one.
Yeah. Well, we're just trying to get drinks sorted. That's the problem.
Yeah.
As we're drinking tequila and getting
What
into AI.
is the conspiracy that is so crazy you don't find any merit in whatsoever? I think everything has some kind of merit.
Flat Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely flat Earth.
Flat Earth, yeah. But I don't know. I can see. I don't believe in that at all. Before I
Yeah.
said that, but I can see how somebody who doesn't understand science could believe that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something where
yeah.
I'm like, dang, I can't believe anybody would ever believe that.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
That's
watch
kinda-
watch the dude on the Red Bull thing jump out of that
Yeah,
crazy
and
thing
kill
from
himself.
space.
Yeah.
Oh, he's alive.
Oh, the Red Bull guy.
Yeah, like the Red
I
Bull-
thought you meant the guy who tried to prove it was flat.
Oh no! Well, that's hilarious too.
Yeah,
but that
yeah.
guy from Red Bull goes like
Yeah.
up in some crazy balloon
can
in a
see it-
spacesuit,
you can see it
and
be
then
orange, yeah.
literally as he's jumping off, he's so far up.
It's a
that, like,
fisheye lens, Nick.
You're right. I just bent the screen.
Yeah. It's an
Silly
effect.
Nick.
My footage.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
Photoshop, dude.
Well, he starts spinning like crazy, and it looks like the Earth's round because he's
Yeah,
spinning
yeah.
so fucking fast.
Yeah, because it's all After Effects.
Well, you know what's crazy is, have you ever seen like a real picture of a satellite? Like Google,
Have
when
I?
you're done, if you're listening here,
Photo
Google
of the satellite.
satellites in space, and they all are AI generated. Like,
Really?
I didn't realize it. I was like sitting there watching. I'm like, who's behind the fucking
The camera.
satellite?
Yeah.
Like the satellite's
Yeah.
fucking far out there.
It's a satellite
Who's
picture taken
behind
from-
the satellite?
Oh, looking back at Earth.
Yeah,
It's probably taken from like the
They
ISS
put a
or
you
something.
can put a camera on those things.
Yeah.
but
No.
So like the shot is like the satellite's this big, and then Earth is like kind of bigger.
You just get the
What's
ISS
behind-
to
like-
the ISS or something.
Yeah,
or
the
just,
ISS.
or
They
any
have
space
cameras up there.
telescope.
I mean,
Yeah.
aren't,
I mean, they're taking pictures of like
are
Pluto. and stuff.
satellites
Yeah,
not
yeah.
as far back as that?
You ask
don't know.
Elon to take his selfie cam up there and just turn it in that direction.
Well, there's people on the moon. That's what I'm trying to get at, all right?
Whoa! On the dark side? Pink Floyd is having a concert on the dark side of the moon?
No, they're just on there. They all have to wear just like the same. Their clothes are the same color as
It's
the
just
moon.
sitting
Oh
there.
yeah.
So you just
They're
never see
matching
them.
the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going up there.
Does
They're out
anyone
there
know the
fucking
first
gangster.
song to, I think it was Play on Mars?
Wasn't it Rocket Man or something?
I feel like it was Rocket Man.
Okay, then the first song to play on the moon
I don't know.
was like Will.i.am's new single of that year.
Oh, was it? Yeah, that's fun.
What?
Wait a minute.
Is that
First
true? I believe it.
song to
Dumb.
play on Mars.
Talk about major labels.
I'm trying to forget. Oh, on Mars or the moon.
It's
don't
one of
know.
the two.
I don't know.
But it was like a first song to play on a
like a first song in
outside of
space was
Earth.
something
And
stupid.
this is like
Oh,
a-
okay, not because I'm like,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
was Neil
I mean, I'm
Armstrong
sure
playing Will.i.am?
Not,
Is that what he's trying to say? I was like, okay, because that's a conspiracy that I don't believe.
Whoa.
It's one sauce bet for man,
Who's
stomping
Reach
on
for-
leprechauns.
I have a feeling
Reach for
tonight's
the
gonna be a
Stars?
good night.
Yeah, Reach for the Stars by Will.i.am.
Yeah, that
you
was
go.
the first thing on Mars.
On
Okay.
Oh,
Mars.
okay,
All
on
right,
Mars.
all right,
Okay.
all right.
I thought it was
Oh,
Rocket Man
man.
too. Maybe that's Saturn.
Or something. First song in space. Related.
Will.i.am played by Neil Armstrong is crazy.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
He
And
played-
I'm glad I'm not too buzzed that I said Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because that was right there.
You know,
he's only got one testicle.
he does. You know, white people.
Imagine all that great shit you did, and everybody's like, "Hey, that's the dude with one nut
Yeah.
and the wristbands."
Yeah.
And the
Hey,
steroids.
and the
cheating.
steroids.
And the
Dude.
cheating. Yeah.
And the cheating.
The wristbands.
Oh.
That's a fad that just died out like instantly.
That was huge.
What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
everyone had
Everyone
it.
says the first song in
No.
space was Jingle Bells.
The first song in space
Yeah,
was
by a
Jingle
Ukrainian guy, right? I read.
Cool.
I have that queued up too.
And I recently
yeah.
found Jingle Bells is not even a Christmas song.
It's about
It's
riding
a-
in a sleigh.
Yeah,
It
it's
is,
about running
yeah.
a sleigh, but it actually was performed at a Thanksgiving play back in the day, and it was just
okay.
it was just a winter fall song. It
Oh,
wasn't even
okay.
Makes
wasn't
sense.
even a Christmas song.
Have you seen the extra verses on that thing?
There's so many verses.
So many verses.
Yeah.
At one
it is
point,
a
Isn't Yuletide making Yuletide ring or something?
no, like at one point, like it's speaking in first person, and so it's like I was walking down the sidewalk, and then some
I
dude
didn't even
in
know there
a
was more lyrics to that.
some dude in a sleigh fucking ran me over, and then my face was in the snow. I looked up, he laughed. And went away. Oh, jingle bells!
Yeah, I think because it's about the deliveries they used to
crashing
make in
through
the
the
snow.
on a pair of broken skis.
Whoa.
Over the hills we go, crashing into
That's the
trees.
first verse.
Yeah, no, no.
I was gonna say.
Well,
kids' version.
Craig,
Yeah.
I don't know how you can read this because it's jingle bells, Schlittenfahrt im
What?
Schnee durch den Weiben Winterland.
Looking at the German language.
What did you just call me?
CA.
How dare you? That's not right at
I
all.
went to read the lyrics and it's
That
all
was
German.
what Google came up with.
So
yeah.
it's an papa. It's
Yeah,
I mean, that
polka.
sounds right.
It's a polka.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving.
Dude,
Also,
oh my
why
god,
is it
the
for a
English
Thanksgiving
version
play?
is so much longer.
Yeah.
How is it a Thanksgiving play? How did it come out for a Thanksgiving play if it's from Germany? Or did the Germans steal it?
I mean, or the
Well,
Ger-
it might
or
have
we
been like
stole
it might have been like we probably stole it.
Oh, and then
took-
performed
put-
it at a Thanksgiving.
Well,
Yeah.
it just took some English lyrics and.
Well,
slapped
this
them
was
on.
like told as a ghost story around a fire.
Oh, that's
in
how
Germany.
he died.
Yeah,
In the open sleigh.
it's a lot
We
more.
should
Oh,
make
yeah, it's a whole lot more
We should
cheery
make
in
a
English.
horror musical called Jingle Bells.
Ooh, a day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side.
Uh-huh.
The horse was lean and lank.
Yep.
Misfortune seemed his lot.
Misfortune
He
seemed
got
his lot.
drifted. He got drifted into a drifted bank, and then we got upsot.
Yeah, so they crashed.
So they crashed.
They crashed, but she was giving them toppy while they were
Yeah.
driving the sleigh. Miss, what did he say? She had
Fanny
White,
Bright or
Fanny,
something?
Oh, I
Her
think
name
said-
was Fanny Bright.
I think said Fanny White, and I was like, hey, it's my time.
No, but
Ooh.
Fanny Bright.
Fanny
like,
Bright.
He's mentioning the ass
Yeah,
first.
Fanny
Yeah.
Bright, yeah.
She
Let
wasn't
you know.
bright Fanny.
And,
Yeah.
and he was getting the roadhead, and he crashed.
Yeah.
'cause-
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you
Pull
crash
too
a
hard to the
deer?
right,
Yeah.
hit a tree.
Can't see.
The sloppy toppy killed him, dude.
Jingle bells. So now
Jingle
we're the
these
bells that we're
bells,
jingling.
dude. If we took out a word, it used to be jingle these bells.
All right, the holiday season's over. We can't
Yeah, I
talk
know. Why are
about
we talking
Jingle
about
Bells
It's
anymore.
January, damn it.
It was we were talking about music or something.
We're talking about songs
First song in
space.
space.
Yeah, songs in space.
Oh, and jingle. Yeah.
I was going to come back to Step Editor and like building drums and building loops.
Yeah. Speaking of jingle bells,
Yeah.
Do you already have a hook or idea in mind for a song before you
Yeah, that's a good-
even make the beats?
sometimes. So it just depends on the mood I am. Sometimes I'll hear a song and I'll be like, hey, I want to try to make something like that. Or,
Sure.
Or I'll hear a drum pattern and I'm like, oh, let me like go copy that drum pattern or alter
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Sometimes it starts like that. A lot of times when I first started, I always started with drums because that's just where I found the inspiration.
Yeah.
And then later when I switched to Logic, I started with like melodies and keys and chords and then build the drums on top of that. And I realized that the difference was...
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I realized the difference was when I started with like the drums and built the beat that way. It was definitely more hip hoppy to where it was me trying to actually like make something, but there wasn't a lot of like feeling behind the notes or whatever. It was like, oh, like I said, like repetitive 3 notes. Sounded like hypnotized music almost.
Yeah.
And I was just,
But
I was playing to the drums, and then I started learning like, oh, my drum patterns are very similar. And I'm playing the same kind of thing. So when I wanted to kind of take my music to the next level, where I was like, oh, let me be more feeling with it. Let me add more emotion and not just focus on, because my focus was lyrics and making sure that my bars lined up right and making sure that like I said something witty. But the critique I got a lot was like, oh, you're saying things, but I'm not feeling it.
I did catch a music video on your head is like in the center this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And so much is going on in the music video.
Oh, okay, yeah,
And-
that was something more recent where I wanted to mess around with like motion effects and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but talk about bars.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Talk about vocabulary.
Yeah, I was kind of going on. And see, I was better. And I don't know if you guys felt this, but when you start off, you think like, oh, I should be signed. This is real rap right here. Like that's how I felt.
Yeah,
so and now I listen to it, I'm like, oh my god, I let people hear this. But yeah, so once I was like, you know what, let me start with like melodies first and sounds, and let me go into the keys and the synths and see. And that actually started to help me add like diversity in my sound. It helped me get a little bit more like emotional in the music that I play, because and then I could just add the drums afterwards, and then the drums didn't. I basically learned that the drums don't have to carry the song all the time,
Right.
And sometimes you don't even need them.
It becomes vibe first.
No offense.
It's all right. I just didn't agree
Sometimes,
100%,
well, you
but
know,
that's
sometimes
okay.
the drums are there in spirit.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they're there first, and then
course.
you realize, oh, this
Hey, man,
segment.
sometimes the
you
best
can
thing a
remove
drummer
it.
can do is lay out.
Yeah. I mean, it's also, you got an awesome like drum beat.
Yeah.
Especially in like hip hop or rap, and you like pull it from the song for a second. It like
great.
you still hear it, and like it like makes the song kind of flip, or like at least delay, and the groove just hits harder.
Yeah.
Once it comes back in, because you're like, where's that kick? And you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like there's like the build up aspect, or the
Yeah.
which I learned that from like I had some friends who were really into EDM, and I really hadn't listened to EDM that much at that time. When I started hanging out with them, and then I went to like a festival, and I saw how like the music like moved people, and how people were like anticipating the drop, and how things switched out and flipped, and I was like, oh, you can actually like control your audience and the vibe with the like bringing things out. So then I started incorporating that in my music, where I was like, you do a build up, you do a drop, you take some sounds out, like you just let this one sound that you like play the main role. And that was actually another thing with the production, was when you're doing all the sounds, you want everybody to hear everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god,
Everything's got to be maxed.
yeah, everything
in the
maxed.
red.
So it's like now the bass is clipping in with the kick, and it sounds muddy,
Yeah.
and then you have to. It's the restraint and the discipline of like, okay,
bring it
maybe the keys just have to be subtle, but you're like, oh, I want people to hear that though, because I was going off on the keys.
Yeah.
We talk about that quite a bit. Is like maturing is learning that you don't need to play all the fucking notes.
Yeah.
Like
Subtract.
sometimes you don't need to do fills for 45 minutes.
Right.
Like sometimes just laying back and letting the song breathe is like the best part that you can do.
Right. I always admire that, because when I hear stuff and I'm like, even when I listen to rock, I'm like, how did they know to just like chill and let the guitarist just go off right there?
Yeah.
Like, how did the drummer know to like, I'm gonna switch up the pattern just for these 2 bars? And it's just it's instinct, but it's still like, or you
Or you thought about it for a long time.
yeah.
I've been huge on Rage lately, and they're like one of the best bands that like come in hard, and then they like flip the song into like the verse. It almost feels like you're like on a roller coaster, like in like a car with airbags, like we're just like, you're like, oh sweet.
It's
Like,
it's taking you on a journey. Like you're here, you're up, you're low, you're pulled in. They are very masters of that, of being really loud and then just get quiet.
Yeah. And then
Zach
like,
does that crazy, like,
dude, going
Start
in where
whispering.
like they come with that chorus
God
that's
bless
just like
compression.
heavy as shit, and then they just like go into like a groovy fucking
He knows, as soon as you're like, it's just like it goes on.
starts somehow.
Exactly.
What better time than
Yeah.
Yeah, Rangers. That was another band that I like really got into when I in my LimeWire days, and I was like, I had to.
We're working
Right
on
when they
Drop
broke
D.
up,
I'm in
though.
it.
You hear that?
Yeah, they fucking always
I
say
mean, they'll
that.
come back.
Get out of
Give
here.
them like 5 years.
Well, you saw when they were touring with Public Enemy.
Yeah.
It was like Public Enemy and
Oh, they've had so many last tours.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Dude.
Like,
Yeah,
I saw him in
but Zach
2008.
wasn't on that one. It was
That's
just,
right, yeah, it was Chuck D.
It was
Yeah,
Chuck.
I saw him at LA Rising. they've been like separated forever, and then they play LA Rising. And
Yeah.
Zach's on. I'm big into Run the Jewels, and Zach's on
yeah.
4 tracks, dude.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and my girl didn't know.
Oh, really?
So like I'm sitting there one night just in a just Rage Against the Machine fucking hole, like
Yeah, yeah.
K-hole of like
Yeah.
oh, have you heard these lyrics?
Yeah.
Please. Yeah, and I show her one of the songs. It's like just the one that has like they don't have to burn the books; they just remove them.
Bulls on Parade.
Yeah, Bulls on Parade. And I was like, just read these fucking lyrics, because like
Yeah.
when you hear the song, you don't hear these lyrics.
Yeah,
you just hear Zach like, "What they want the family." You're like, all right.
Yeah.
So like she reads them. She's like, holy shit! Like, what year? I'm like, this is 92.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
it's still prolific,
The
still coming
riot
these
year.
days. And I was like, he's on the Run the Jewels. She's like, what? What songs? Because she's got RTJ gear and shit. I was like, yep, that's the same fucking dude. I'm like, listen,
Yeah, that shit's 30 years old now.
Speaking of Run the Jewels, have you heard of Meow the Jewels?
no,
It's Run the Jewels songs, but with cat
fuck.
cat sounds.
I want to hear
Oh,
Banana
I'm
Clip.
Meow of the Jewels.
Meow the Jewels.
Forever.
Yes.
Super down.
That's kind of like a Rule 39. If you've thought about it, there's porn of it.
Yeah.
There's cats of it.
Oh, sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
probably is, dude. If there's
true.
not, we need to invent the company that does that so we can
Catspeed.
get rich as fuck.
It's cat speed. Yeah,
Dude,
everything.
I
Cats.
watch dog videos all day.
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you can draw. That's how you draw in a woman audience too. You know, you add some cats.
Yeah, that's true. That'll
Yeah.
bring
Cat
the ladies.
You're right,
Right.
dude.
When you're right.
Cat
right.
Speed, America's band.
Yeah, cat.
And then we wear cat suits.
America's meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
You guys are really doing it, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm into cat speed.
Cat speed.
Yeah. What, film speed, feline speed? No?
Feline
I can't understand right now, dude. You're not meowing.
What language is this?
Yeah.
I'm with you there. Okay, now I gotta know. Making motion picture.
Yeah, it's gotta be insane.
What's the trickiest part?
At my level, getting the money to do it.
Okay.
That is, you have these great ideas, and obviously at a certain level, when you don't have the connections, you don't have an agent, it's really hard to get people to look at anything because, for one, they're probably bombarded with scripts all day. So early on, that's what I learned was like, oh, I really have to like go to these networking events, go to these film festivals, like build a relationship, meet friends, like make connections. So I had the idea of like, oh, maybe I should go to film school because that's where you can make connections.
Yeah.
I didn't end up doing that, but that's kind of like the hardest part is the finding the funding for your ideas. So for this, the one I did, I was like, I want to actually do something with the budget behind it, and I just put like effort into finding the funding, and I made sure it was something solid that I know I could shoot, that'd be easy. And then that's usually how you can, you go to friends, you go to family, and you say, hey, I just need this much for this much for that.
Right.
On my level, it is easy because you don't have to hire union actors.
Yeah.
So actors will work for free, but I offered like $50 incentive and then pay them for food and gas.
Totally.
Just because I was like, I want, the best talent, and I want my actors to be fed because you get the best work out of them. So
Yeah,
of course.
you want
Yeah.
people that like aren't just doing it just to like put the name on their resume. You want
Right.
them to actually
Yeah.
be like involved and like want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
well,
of course.
Like-
I mean, that is actually the incentive to say everybody at that level wants something good on their resume.
Yeah.
So,
But they want to do a good job because
Yeah,
of that. Though.
exactly.
Yeah.
So-
And you're
yeah.
gonna get the best of that talent by giving them a
Yeah.
couple bucks and paying for their gas and giving them food.
Exactly, because
Like
a lot of
versus-
people aren't doing that. A lot of actors are out here working for free if they're not in a union.
Yeah.
Because, which I think social media has has made this like a bigger ideology is that people think just the look alone is
Enough.
enough. Like, oh, this is gonna give me the exposure, but like right now everybody's exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Naked
it's
attraction.
not enough. But I also, I knew that I would get better talent if I said like, oh, pay possible, and then I just made sure like I had that in the budget, and a lot of it was like my own money coming out. Like I paid some of my crew with like my last pay, like the paycheck that came right before my contracts that I had to pay them. So
Right.
it was like it's just getting the funds to do it, and then hoping that everything like sticks to schedule because your budget only limits it. Like this short film I shot in 2 days. And it's 20 minutes. Originally it was 30 minutes, and I sent it to a cinematographer that I wanted on the shoot, and she read the script and she was like, "You can't do this in 2 days." She was like, "It's too much. Like you have 30 minutes." She's like, I think I had like 20 something scenes, and she was like, "I could probably do like 5 scenes a day." I work fast. I'm very like tight with my schedule.
Yeah.
So I did actually take that advice, and the script was 30 minutes. I cut it down to 20. I just took out like a whole segment, and it still worked smoothly. And then I sent it back to her, and she was like, "Nah, I still can't do this." And it was almost discouraging. And I was like, "Oh my God, am I in over my head?" Like,
Sure.
that was like the best priced cinematographer I could find.
Sure.
But I just was like, "No, I can do it." And then I interviewed 5 cinematographers. She was like the only one who said that. So I was like, okay, maybe, let me other opinions. And then the guy that I got was professional, great. He shoots music videos. And I told him, I'm like, I shoot quick. I do 3 takes. I want my actors to memorize everything. So we're shooting the scenes all the way through. I don't do a lot of cuts.
Right.
Nice.
And it worked fast. And I was able to squeeze, 2 8-hour days. And I did a 20-minute short.
Dope.
That's
yeah.
right.
Dude,
And was nervous the whole time. I was looking at the clock. Oh my God. All right.
Dude, 2 8-hour days is pretty ambitious too.
And you know what helped? The first day, none of my actors messed up.
They came fucking
They
prepared.
came fucking prepared, and I
That's
loved them
so
for that.
great.
So
Shout
it was
out
literally
actors.
like, and some of my actors did so well where I was like, we have enough time for you to just like do an ad-lib
Have a
scene.
fun one.
Just
Yeah.
do a fun one.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
it really worked out to where nobody really messed up the first day, and I think the second day we only had somebody like messed up twice, and it wasn't even like that big a deal.
Nice.
So it was
That
it was a
fucking
lot
feels
of
great.
It was a lot of luck. It was a lot of people. Everybody was like on their shit, and
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's good team management, is what that
Oh
is.
yeah.
Yeah. So you were manic about it, right?
No, I'm actually pretty chill because I don't. I like to remain calm because if you're stressed and you're in control, then everybody else is gonna be stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So-
Before everyone arrived.
I don't think I was manic. I think
Yeah.
I had a lot of help. Like my fiance helped me. Her best friend.
Shout outs.
Her best friend helped me. I had like I think I just really I operate on trusting people first.
Yeah.
What was that called?
The
20 minute
Moroccan for dinner.
Moroccan.
It's still in post
Yeah, it's not out
production.
yet. Yeah.
My shout out my cousin. He's doing the audio engineering for it.
Cool.
He's Chicago audio genius. So
Sweet.
I was
So
like,
this
yeah,
I'll
you
be,
do that.
I'll be on the lookout for it.
Yeah. So Moroccan for dinner. I think I want to do like a at the theater in Long Beach on 4th Street.
Yeah.
I want to do like a premiere there with
the art
like the
theater?
people. Yeah, at the art
So
theater.
dope.
Yeah, super cool.
Hell
Do
yeah.
a little premiere, and then after
Yeah.
that is festival run.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was your biggest like expense? Is it like cameras, lenses? Are you paying a lot for just
Let's see, who's the most
gaffers, lighting?
expensive? I would say the most costly was my director of photography.
Okay.
He was worth every dollar, and then the location was the second most expensive.
Location. Okay.
Yeah, but I purposely did it to where it was just one location because that would save money, make it easier.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was a Moroccan restaurant that they weren't open. They were only open 2 days a week.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And I
weird.
think most of their money came from people renting it out to shoot there or do like weddings and events there
Or
because the
wash
aesthetic
their
is.
money because they're drug dealers.
Well, they're not open anymore. so who knows?
they made it all, dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Or
literally
they're-
was
Got
like,
in, got out.
Or
like
they're
my
in jail.
movie was like the last thing they did there, and then they had
Nice.
like a dinner party and everything, and then they shut down.
We
So-
need
well,
to
there you go.
introduce you to the Bristol boys. I was telling them they do
Yeah, that's
lighting
right.
and stuff, and then
okay.
Yeah.
Devin too, because Devin does rentals and hard drive stuff and
that's cool.
cameras and shit. So we should probably just give you their
Yeah,
contacts.
yeah. The Bristol boys.
Just
are
in
good.
case you ever
Yeah.
need that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely could use
If we,
that.
if we can help you, it's networking.
Yeah, that's
That's
networking
the
right
key.
there.
Here's
Need
one
a green
thing.
screen?
We have a green screen. Yeah.
Let us
Oh,
know.
that's a nice one too.
You were
Well, I had
nearby.
a green sheet for that head music video.
Yeah,
See,
we have a
got one
sheet
right
too.
Yeah, it'll fill the whole fucking place.
We can murder it out as
We
well.
got
We
the
got the
paper
black
up
sheet. We got it
there.
all.
We got a lot of green in here.
Yeah, we got green floors.
Just let us know.
Pretty much.
It's here. We
Yeah,
shoot
that's
very
awesome.
rarely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, even if you guys want to shoot some stuff,
Yeah.
if you guys want to shoot a head video, I
Yeah,
remember
dude.
that.
We could use
All
a
right.
head video.
Hey,
We have a green suit.
I got a
We need
good
to borrow
head.
a green
Yeah,
suit
we
or
have.
two.
We could be green.
Oh.
That
now.
would have made my video much easier. I had a giant green screen sheet, and then I cut the sheet like I cut a third off of the sheet because it was so big, and I just like had it wrapped
And then
around my
wrapped
neck
around
like a
it.
scarf,
Yeah.
and was just doing it that way. And I was like, "Oh, hold my head right." And then,
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, I got to balance this thing out because there's a ripple in there. And
Right.
the shadows there.
But then were you
Yeah.
editing all that stuff in?
yeah, I was doing all of that.
How many hours is that?
I would say from me filming the first like head thing to editing through, it took I want to say about 4 weeks.
Oof.
Because I didn't know anything about
Yeah.
like I knew how to use After Effects a little bit.
But then you're just taking on an entire.
I was
green
on
Is that-
Reddit.
Yeah.
Are you,
I was asking on Reddit, how do I get this effect on blah blah?
Yeah.
I was like
YouTube
watching
University,
videos.
baby.
Yeah, oh, for
Crash
sure.
course.
Yeah.
And then I figured it out, and I was just like, sometimes I just do things because I would just want to do them. I was like, I would just want to see if I have this idea. I want to see how it works out, and then I just try to do
Are you
it.
Final Cut?
Final
You
Cut,
said
yeah.
After Effects.
Yeah.
I do. I go in between both,
Yeah.
just depending on what I want to do.
We've been doing Da Vinci, and that's what we learned everything we know just from YouTube University. My
Yeah,
boss has got
yeah.
like the pro thing and gave us the license, allegedly.
Allegedly.
And
The problem is we have no idea what it's
we have-
capable of.
yeah, we're
Oh,
like,
Da Vinci
dude,
is strong.
we could press some buttons. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
So I recently just downloaded DaVinci for this because my DP said he'd do my color, and I was like, oh, let me see. Like my toxic trait is me thinking I can do everything myself first.
Yeah.
So I was
That's
like,
what
oh,
we
Well, is it toxic?
and I was like, let me
gotta
just see,
try.
let me be cheap and see if I can just do it
You
myself.
gotta try.
It's just
So-
me, myself, and I over here.
I downloaded DaVinci and I was doing the YouTube University, but all my stuff was just coming out like green and blue, and I was like,
Yeah.
if this is the one that I want to go out, then let me just have the professionals do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, DaVinci is very strong for like isolating colors and getting
Yeah.
everything right.
The
But
little like filters
not
are
easy.
great.
it's
Dude,
not easy.
Yeah, he's the expert.
what saved us on the last couple things we've done, and it still comes out not the best, and we're using an insane camera,
Yeah.
is it's grainy, but what saved our asses is the Lutzes.
Oh yeah,
Dude, because my boss has Lutzes for his camera specifically. So then you just like, you literally just like drag over it and you're like, oh, that looks so much better.
Yeah.
The
So
Lutz
what do we want to
helps.
pop?
Yeah.
Like,
the LUTs helps and as a good starting point. But then that was one of the things I asked on Reddit. I was like, "Oh, if you should I use the LUTs instead of the blah blah blah?" And they're like, "You have to." They're like, "There's a whole theory behind LUTs," and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"But I was like,
of
no,
course.
it just makes it look like how I want it to look."
Yeah.
And they're just like,
No,
"No."
it looks good now.
They're
We
like, they
yeah.
said, we guarantee you that is not the best it can look. And I was like, oh my God. All right, yeah, I'm going to just send this to
Yeah.
my guy and drop
dude,
it.
I started learning about nodes, and that's
Oh,
where.
Yeah.
So like putting the LUTs on the final node and then adjusting the ones before it to make the LUTs just clearer. That's what we're struggling at.
know-
but
you know-
also we're not fucking
Guys-
I don't want to do this.
We're musicians.
I don't want to do this.
But see, that's the thing. It's just like when
Yeah.
you're creative, and it can come
Yes.
out any other way. And
Yeah.
even as a musician, you still are kind of visual. Like,
Of
Yeah.
course. You,
And-
have you
and
still
we-
have a vision.
Yeah.
We all have that same thing. Let's
Yeah.
try to save money and do it ourselves.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
yeah.
2015 to 18, I was Pro Tools certified.
Oh, there you go.
Allegedly.
Because then you just dive in and go
Yeah.
fucking
He said, I don't know what you amateurs are talking about. I was
Yeah.
certified.
Yeah, I took the class.
Uh-huh. And then they
Yeah.
just give you a thing
A
and they
little
say
thing.
you're
I'm
good
taking
for
a
the
Pro
year.
2 class next semester at the
I got a
college. so-
doctorate at
And then you'll be
YouTube
certified.
University.
I,
Fuck yeah.
just so I could tell people that I'm not going to do anything with it
Yeah.
except my own stuff.
You know what
And
you'll
then-
do?
Yeah.
You know, the old tricks that you were pulling off, you're like, I don't know if I should do this.
Yeah, you overthink your
Yeah,
hotkeys now. Your hotkeys feel weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should know better. I'm
Would
certified.
certified
Yeah,
Nick
yeah.
do this?
He's like, oh, why does my song sound like Jingle Bells in Space? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm still going to verify, Control Z, verify,
Yeah,
Control
yeah.
Z. I'm still going to do
Yeah.
that. That's how I learned. You're
Revert
still
to
gonna,
saved.
sometimes just the old habits are the thing.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
you know. That's what you want to do.
Hey,
step
man.
step editor.
your voice.
I'm a crackhead with Control Z for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Making music. Keyboard based?
yes, mostly keyboard based. I was using a little Akai, like, what is it?
Drum pad or
MPC
something.
or
No, it wasn't even the drum pad.
Oh.
It was just like the keys that had like 21 keys on it
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of was starting off. And then when I took the piano class, I was like, let me go ahead and get the 88 and,
Yeah.
set that up.
Same
And-
brand?
No, because when I upgraded my Mac, nothing was compatible. with it. My Akai wasn't even compatible with it. I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do?
Son of a bitch.
So I had to find.
God damn it.
It's the worst.
Is it a? Alesis.
Oh, yeah.
Alesis,
Alesis.
yeah.
Is that how you
Yeah.
pronounce it?
That's
Never heard it. Just
Yeah,
seen it.
yeah. Alesis.
Alesis. So I got an Alesis, and
Yeah.
you know, it's
Weighted
been-
keys.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
Had to do the weighted because
Yeah.
I had in my
Just
class
feels so
I
much
practiced
better.
with weighted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels
And
so much
real.
better.
But I don't like. My fiance likes to record me playing piano, but all you hear is thunk.
Yeah,
thunk,
yeah.
thunk, thunk. And I'm like, babe, don't post that.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm just hitting.
Yeah.
I got a
Because you're
little-
wearing headphones and shit. You don't even hear anything. Yeah.
Dude, when I took my piano class, I literally got a little stand-up piano for free, and I was like,
Nice.
that's what I'm gonna.
That's nice.
Yeah, because it just feels way more fun.
That's partially why I'm taking the Pro Tools class. So I get free Pro Tools.
Allegedly.
Good. Yeah,
Allegedly.
No, that's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I mean, free Pro Tools.
Yeah.
Shout out Avid. They're
Yeah,
watching.
fucking
Yeah.
Avid.
I guess.
Yeah, dude. Use the code word Nigel to get 10% off your next Avid
there you go.
purchase.
Another
But
year.
starting
of
at the
iLot.
end of January. with my sister.
Allegedly.
Sorry, start.
Hit Nigel up. He'll give it to you.
Yeah. Order it through Nigel through his Amazon link. Fund this next movie, you fucks.
Must have
Yeah, fun
LimeWire
as
on your
there you go.
computer.
Oh man, God, everyone's disqualified. Like
I have-
2 people have LimeWire.
I have seen more and more artists starting to do the Amazon link, which we should probably do.
Okay.
They just tell their
Tell
fans
people
and
to
shit.
buy us shit.
No. You click on our Amazon link
Oh, yeah,
and you
yeah,
buy
yeah.
wage you want on
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Amazon.
and
And
we just
nothing
get a
changes.
kickback.
It doesn't
Yeah,
go
yeah.
up in price, but then you get a cut of it.
Yeah, we should do that.
I think I just saw. Was it Blink? Someone just
Yeah,
did it.
you can
and
just
they
sign up for it.
They did it to raise money for someone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just pocketing it. I like it.
I mean, that's still raising money for
Oh,
someone.
well, it's like a promo code.
Dude,
Yeah.
are we fucking Blink 182?
Yeah.
No, not today.
Yeah.
We won't be it tomorrow.
For
Yeah.
the tribute gig.
Didn't Blink-182 just perform at like in a bar or a store in Long Beach? Like
Denny's.
Yeah.
They were at that Denny's.
Yeah, they did the
Seventh.
Denny's. They had to recreate what the fuck is up.
Dude, it's the
7th
best.
at PCH.
It is really good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That
it is
means
really
that
good.
building went insane.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that means that they don't have to pay rent for the rest of the millennia.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The fuck is up?
Nah,
Denny's?
the label made all the money.
Talk about money laundering.
They're not. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That gig cost $560 million.
They bought the Denny's.
Yeah.
What did you say your first concert was?
First concert, music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Well, I mean,
No, my
what do
first
you-
concert was Bill Cosby.
Oh,
But
What?
Yeah.
that's 3.
Hey,
We got the big 3.
I'm gonna
I
take a
think.
shot.
I just have
because
to
of the
stay
third
cool.
one.
I gotta
Just
stay
because
cool
I
for
hit
the
3
rest of
cancels. I hate how much inspiration canceled people have in my life.
Yeah, dude. I can't rage.
So
I
if we
can't
talk
rage.
about
Yeah, yeah,
R&B, no, I'm just kidding. we want to get canceled.
You just see me.
I got 2 more.
Yeah.
I got 2 more if we want to get canceled for R&B too. No.
That's
No,
funny.
so my first like real concert was Glow in the Dark. The Glow in the Dark tour, Kanye West.
There we go.
Lupe Fiasco open, and then NERD.
Dude.
Oh,
I saw
nice.
Lupe like 5 months ago or 6 months ago.
Really?
Like,
Did he have
I
his
fucking love
katana with
Lupe Fiasco. Yeah.
Did he have his katana and was he in his samurai gear?
No, he was.
I don't want to leave you on the shot.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, where's
yeah.
mine?
Well,
I mean,
the
I'm
clean
good.
cups. Did
Yeah,
you
yeah.
finish
Cheers,
your drink?
Cheers.
No.
This is 3
No,
shots.
no,
Yeah,
I'll take it after yours.
3 shots for 3 cancels. We'll get one more for free.
Well, I'll double dip on his when he's done taking a shot.
Yeah.
I can't taste anything anyways. I got COVID. I'm just kidding.
So, yeah, it was that concert. It was
Thanks, man.
yeah.
What year is that?
Lupe 2008 or 2007.
All right.
Rihanna's on this tour, isn't she?
Yes, this is Rihanna when she's doing her Good Girl Gone Bad with the wedding dress.
Oh man.
And she's doing Umbrella and
Insane.
yeah, and then Kanye. This is Kanye with the glasses
The
and all the
shades,
glows and
Dude, I mean,
Graduation?
no.
Yeah.
That's 808s?
yeah, it was between graduation
Oh,
and
no,
808s.
no, no.
Yeah.
All the music was off of graduation. Yeah, and then
Good fucking
it was
time, man.
yeah,
That is peak.
That's peak Kanye.
Peak.
Yeah.
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 I guess it's peak.
Damn, well, that
I mean,
arc,
the Dark
that
Twisted
career
Fantasy,
arc,
yeah.
that's a peak.
I mean, yeah. Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, Dark Twisted Fantasy is awesome.
sure,
But
but
I mean,
I mean-
I'll take graduation over it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will.
graduation was the first peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. It also just felt like just the best version of him.
Yeah.
From
You
from
know.
the
It was
samples, the songs to like just how he sounded. Like the energy that he brought to that album was great.
Bringing electronic music sounds to
Yeah.
hip hop. There was nothing in hip hop like Stronger.
it was so
808s?
killer. Yeah.
Yeah, I like 808s.
No, 808s exploded too.
Yeah, 808s. Well, 808s was hated when it first came out. And everybody was like, "What the hell is this?" 808s coming out today would be like, they'd be like, "Oh my god, this is."
I wish you would. I wish you would make 808s again.
Pre all the Nazi comments, 808s coming out today would be fire.
I think the genre as a whole, multiple genres, are in a post 808s world.
Oh yeah,
because that
100%.
album,
because Autotune was
fucked everyone.
Autotune
Like
was frowned
the
upon.
Bends and Britpop, you know.
Yep.
Like,
that album fucked everybody.
People make
up.
careers trying to sound like one album. You know?
From the first single, like Love Lockdown came out, and I went, "Oh, whoa!"
I remember seeing him perform it. It might have been the Grammys that he performed that song, and it was like nobody had heard it before. And I just remember seeing everybody's like confusion, like,
Boom, boom, boom.
you know, with the weird little African flute in the background and
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god,
dude,
those drums are crazy.
Crazy.
I
good.
saw Lupe in November 12th, 2022.
Okay, so 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
You said 6 months. I was like, I feel like you were around 6 months ago.
It was before. I remember it was like around before Christmas.
Who did he play
Okay.
with? Where was it?
It was at the Novo.
No,
It was just him.
Okay.
LA.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just him.
Oh yeah, Megs is a fan.
Yeah, and Michael and Sarah, they're the ones that got tickets.
There you go.
Nice. All right.
Okay, that's your first concert though.
Yeah,
I know.
It's
That's
pretty
that's
sick.
it's fucking tough.
What
on the
album?
top.
Yeah.
I mean, is that the best concert you've been to? It's Bill Cosby, right?
Definitely. The pudding dentist jokes. Come on.
Pudding Pops.
Pudding pops and dentist jokes.
I had to text my sister. Something happened, and she messaged up with Cosby, and I said, Cosby Show is still really good programming.
Still, you know.
It's a
Yeah.
good show.
Yeah.
It's really not. Neither is Seinfeld or Frasier.
Okay, right. Well,
I had to tie it up,
guess.
dude.
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah,
tie
you
it
did
up.
have to tie it up. Yeah.
Shitting all over you. It's fine.
I like all of those
at least
shows.
Curb.
Yeah.
You like Curb?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't
What?
like. I don't like Jerry Seinfeld.
This guy's an.
But he likes Kurt.
I know.
Kurt is way more irritating. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I like
Curb
The
is
Office.
definitely irritating,
I like
but-
The Office. I like
Well,
that
that's
irritating.
just
one of my
a
favorite
center.
shows of all time.
Yeah,
so.
dude. But what I
Have you
don't
seen the super fan episodes of The Office?
Yeah.
Yes,
I've watched
let's
all.
go.
Yeah. What I hate is, what do they call it, a parking garage? There's no parking.
Oh, his
Fucking get
stand-up
out of
bits?
here. Him.
Jerry?
Dude, everyone else is
Jerry
awesome.
How did they
No. That's what
Isn't it
It's the
crazy
same
that they
one, it's the same
convinced
one.
us that Jerry Seinfeld was like a New York playboy?
Yeah, or funny.
Going in hard, man.
Jesus
good.
Christ.
I'm still on my own.
The
rage
views of
corner.
Nick Stout do not reflect the views of Bill.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
And no one's saying the opposing views are right.
Yeah.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Just like
I
your
mean,
opinion, man.
same thing with Frasier.
You know, I didn't get into Frasier, so I'll let you get that one off.
No,
Yeah.
Frasier's not as good. It's
No.
good, but not as
They took the worst character from Cheers and gave it its own show.
dude,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
took the
Right.
villain from Ghostbusters 2 and gave him his own show.
It's not the same guy. It's not the same guy.
That is a very, like,
It's not a good guy. It's not the same guy.
It's a different guy. Is that?
Yes.
That's racist.
No.
I guess.
Yeah, racist against white people.
I think so.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer does kind of look like that guy. So
Fucking
Who is? I don't know.
Vigo. I think it's just a model. I don't think it's anyone
That's no
in
one.
particular.
it's just a
I'll
model.
show you. I'll show you.
It's just a model in the movie.
Yeah, it's only a model.
Definitely not Kelsey Grammer.
In the world of TV, what do you like? Because we're in a golden age of TV where like
That's definitely true.
crossover.
Golden
between
Globes
TV
were just a
and-
couple days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch?
No, I didn't watch.
Okay.
I like to read the stats.
See the yeah.
Yeah.
See who won.
I
Read the
didn't read the
stats.
stats and see
Kelsey scores.
how my betting went. You know? For TV, I watch like mostly.
Tell us that doesn't look like Kelsey Grammer. It does.
Oh, that's like Kelsey Grammer Defoe.
Dude,
Kelsey Grammer.
That's crazy.
Craig, just so
I
you,
know what Vigo looks like.
I know.
I know.
He haunts my dreams every night.
can you grab me a paper towel?
I can't.
Yeah.
I am mostly comedies.
Sure.
So like I was really into like the golden era too. Like there's this point where it was like 30 Rock, The Office, Parks and
Parks and Rec.
Recreation.
That is a very
and then
big
like
one.
something else. Community.
Yes.
So those were like the 4 in a row. So that's kind of like
NBC really nailed
Dude,
it.
they
for,
had
like,
comedy
We just
for a
went
while.
back to Parks and Rec because it's
Yeah.
just like
it's so good.
you
Yeah,
can
it's
just
so
have
good.
it on.
Yeah.
I've been through that one like 3 times. Like,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I'd
Parks
take
and Rec
Parks
is
and Rec over The Office, I think.
I do too.
No.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think longevity wise, like
Mm-hmm.
because I think Parks and Rec and The Office had the same. Parks might have had more seasons than The Office. I think.
No, it's about same
Is it about
amount,
the
but
same?
it started later.
Yeah.
So it went later.
Raising Hope too. That's
Oh,
a
I
good
love
one,
Raising Hope.
too.
I was thinking about restarting that
It's worth
the
it.
other day.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I never
Raising
got
Hope's
into
good.
that.
It only did, what, 2 seasons or 3?
I think they did.
It was very short. It's very.
I feel like it might be
it's made by
5
the same
seasons.
creators of My Name Is Earl and,
okay.
and Malcolm in the Middle.
Nice. Okay.
So
a
it
great-
has
that's a
that
great
like
team.
good like poor
4
Midwestern.
seasons.
Yeah, it had like a poor Midwestern kind of energy around it.
Rude but family comedy still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but very good.
And
yeah.
all the each like actor is a different character, like totally diverse. So like
Yeah.
they're all a family, which works as a family, and then they all like have their own quirks that make them who they are,
Yeah.
which is just great because
it was a
the grandma is the
slept-on show.
best part, dude.
Oh yeah,
Cloris Leachman.
Cloris Leachman. That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
say.
Cloris Leachman? Oh,
Dude.
shit.
Yeah, she definitely carries that show.
And they have
That's
like
right.
so many good songs where like it just ties into her thing. And so like as soon as you get to a part, you'll just be singing it all day, and you'll just be thinking about her doing something stupid. Like, yeah.
yeah.
All right.
You know what show is currently killing it though, and they do it every season. Is Fargo. You guys watch
That's what
Fargo?
I have
I
not.
just okay. So the lady I'm seeing is getting me into the show. I
Okay.
just saw the first one for the first
With
time
Billy Bob?
with Billy Bob and Martin Freeman and all that.
Yeah.
yeah. But I know every season's disconnected,
Yeah,
so it
it's
doesn't
anthology.
matter. Yeah.
Well, there are some seasons that connect to this one. So, you know,
Okay.
the
Well, I've only
it's
seen the
not a-
first one,
It's
so,
not a
yeah.
spoiler.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know, the old guy who runs the bar and he's like the dad of Molly.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cop.
yeah. Mhm.
So the second season is about him younger.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
his story. And so
Right.
knowing that, pay attention because he
Yeah,
talks
yeah.
about things that they're going to reference in the
Reference
second
yeah,
season.
sure,
That's
sure.
awesome too.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love,
Oh yeah, the
I
Sioux
love
Falls shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
but
that one,
but the lady, of course, is watching the new season, and she says that's the fucking.
it's
the
probably
thing. Yeah.
the best one. I would even
Okay.
tell you to just jump to the 5th season.
She's saying, yeah,
and then
skip
go
2, 3, 4.
second,
Yeah,
go second, third,
Okay.
and then 4th is good, but
yeah. I might
it's a
just go to
little
5.
weak.
Reacher's
We'd definitely
killing
jump
it.
to
All right, you're literally echoing her sentiments. So
Yes.
I guess that's
Yes.
two. That's 2 votes for that.
Fargo
yeah.
is every time Fargo is on, it's the best show on TV.
All right.
Sweet.
Damn.
Yeah.
Strong take. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I've been watching Reacher lately. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, Reacher's fire too.
Dude,
Yeah.
he just fucking beats everyone's ass. Some giant, just corn-fed motherfucker just fighting everyone.
That one is who's starring in that one?
I don't even think that he's a big name actor.
Because I swear is that Jack Reacher?
Yeah. Oh no, no, it's not.
Okay,
Just
that-
Reacher.
It's called Reacher.
Yeah.
But is it based
It's the
on
same thing. Yeah,
They had
it's just
done-
not
they- just
the
so
guy.
many Jack
it's-
Reacher
it's- yeah, it's
characters.
not
It's not
Krasinski.
because doesn't Jim from The Office play a Jack Reacher too?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys
that's-
talking about Jack Ryan?
Nope. Jack
Nope.
Reacher.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Jack Ryan is Tom Cruise.
So Jack Reacher.
Jack
Was
Reacher is
Drizzt- was
This is Reacher, the one that I
the
watched.
new one. There's a new.
Holy shit.
Look at this guy.
oh my god, that he was made by AI.
Brick shit house
Dude,
right there. Yeah.
AI made him.
And like, yeah, my grandma read all those books and actually recommended
they're
them to
from
Megan.
Okay.
What's the author? Is that
Tom Clancy.
Clancy?
That's
Clancy?
Clancy.
Yeah.
And
So wait, Ryan and Reacher are both Clancy? Am I crazy?
No, Mission Impossible is in Clancy, is it?
Jack. No. Jack
no,
Ryan.
Jack Ryan. That's not.
Is
Mission
that
Impossible.
also Clancy?
Jack Ryan and Reacher are both things.
They're right.
let's
Who's,
look.
They might be both Clancy.
Yeah, we got our producer over here.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible is what's that titular
Oh,
character's name? That's
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan, yeah.
No,
Ethan
Ethan
Hawke.
Hawke. Yeah,
Ethan
Ethan
Hawke.
Hawke. Ethan Hawke.
No, that's
yeah,
Training
yeah,
Day.
it's Ethan.
It's Ethan
We should
Hawke.
just
Ethan
keep
Hawke.
getting actors wrong.
It's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise
Oh,
playing
Ethan Hawke, the skateboarder,
Yeah,
right? Ethan
yeah,
Hawke.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I know
fuck.
him.
Tony Cruz.
Tony Cruz.
Tony.
No, fuck. It's Ethan Hunt.
Ethan
Hunt.
Hunt.
Ethan
Yeah,
Hunt.
thank you. Yeah,
Do you have
Ethan
a-
H. All right.
Do you have a Mount Rushmore of actors?
Yes, it's
Who you got?
Matt Damon,
Matt.
Don Cheadle,
Yeah, Cheadle.
God.
Leo, of course.
Sure.
Mount Rushmore. How many presidents is on Mount Rushmore?
4. You got one more.
That's 4 too many.
No.
Let's say Matt Damon, Leo, Don Cheadle. And let me throw him.
Well, I was gonna say,
let me throw in
do-
Viola Davis for.
I was gonna say do
my
ladies
God.
and then do dudes and then do ladies.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I actually it might be hard for me to do ladies because there's so many great ones. So like we
Yeah.
have Viola Davis, we have Meryl Streep, of course.
Yeah.
New faves Emma Stone,
Okay. She's dang good.
Margot Robbie. She's great because I pretty much like people who just can be different all the time. And they're like nothing that I saw from them is
The same.
I haven't Barbie
Yeah.
yet. You just did.
Yeah, Barbie's
you?
good.
Barbie. Yeah, Barbie twice.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
double Barbie.
Recommend?
Yeah, double Barbie. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're not a toxic man and you understand then Barbie is not gonna. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, I agree with all this.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's not threatening in any fucking way at all.
Barbie almost to me was like preaching to the choir.
Yeah,
Right.
100% was.
Yeah, it was kind of like, oh, okay,
that's
these are
100%
points that
right.
I've all heard before, but
Yeah.
I understand what this means for this generation and what
Yeah.
like I have enough to understand of like when women see it, how it like makes them feel because I'm like, oh
and
yeah,
especially people younger than us who see
Yeah,
that, they're
exactly.
gonna be like, whoa, that's a real thing. Yeah,
you're like,
it's a
oh
real
yeah,
thing.
who is that comedian?
Kate McKinnon? No. Oh, Greta Gerwig.
Greta
On top?
No, the comedian.
Oh, Joel Coy.
Joe Coy. Everyone's ranting against him because he's made fun of Barbie.
Oh well, they
were ragging on his whole monologue.
Yeah,
I don't
his
know
whole
why.
monologue was bad.
They were saying-
it
it
wasn't
was-
bad. They were saying it was bad.
Yeah,
It
like,
wasn't bad. I saw it. It was
here's-
like he was nervous and he had no time to prepare.
And that's what I said. That's where he was very ill prepared.
Yeah.
He seemed nervous.
He was nervous.
And he was you could tell that he was letting his failure get to him because he started like
He was
begging
stammering
for
a bit,
laughs. He
flubbing
started
lines.
getting mad at the crowd for not laughing.
No.
Yeah,
Dude,
He said, "Oh, I didn't write that joke.
Yeah.
All the ones you laughed at
throwing
are the
people-
ones that I wrote."
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, and I love Joe Coy. I've been watching
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Coy since
Yeah.
the Chelsea Lately days.
he's a
Like,
pro.
He's
Joe.
an old
Dude,
fucking
also,
pro.
what-
He kind of shit the bed a little, but like,
Yeah.
This
but
is the
like,
joke they're
not
mad
to
at.
the extent that the
the
hype
Barbie
is.
joke is nothing bad.
Dude, Barbie is based on a plastic doll with big boobies.
Yeah,
So-
Ever since I was a kid,
yeah.
it's been based off of a thing
Yeah,
with
that's
big
what
boobies.
that's what you're saying. He was like, "Oh, I watched this, blah blah blah, and this movie is about this. It's we're watching Barbie and being attracted to a doll with big boobies."
Yeah.
And like people groaned and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's offensive." But I really think it was
The Taylor Swift.
Taylor
one.
Swift
Yeah.
joke because-
but,
What did he
like,
do there?
Okay, so
Well,
sorry,
you also
go.
you also
You're the
can't
guest.
bag on Taylor Swift because she's got an army.
Yeah.
so that's what I was
That's
gonna
what
say.
it was.
That's
The
what it
Swifties
was.
just blew it out of proportion
Because the joke wasn't bad. He delivered it poorly.
he didn't deliver it well.
But it was a great joke.
But they cut to a reaction shot. And she's playing along. She's literally like he's ragging on her a little bit. And
Yeah.
she just gives her the like
She
pouty
does a
like.
little like sips.
But it's like so clear that she's in on the joke and playing
Yeah.
along. But people are taking it. Like,
Also-
she was offended by that. No, she's
Well,
fucking.
and he just delivered.
yeah.
It was a great
and
joke.
it wasn't a yeah.
It was a great joke.
Good joke delivered
Yeah.
badly.
I would
Don't
I
fuck
would
with the
understand
internet.
Yeah.
I would understand nerves too because when
Yeah.
you see Joe Coy's special, it's not the first time that motherfucker's ever did that set.
No.
He literally hammers it into.
Well,
Well,
the
no,
thing.
he had 10 days to prepare.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
It's
And
yeah,
like,
the Golden
it
Globes,
makes
you have to be
sense.
kind of clean, and Joe Coy has to let loose. Also, Joe Coy's comedy is very like self-centered.
Yes.
So
So it's
imagine,
family and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
it's
his
about
family, it's Filipino jokes. That's not
Yeah.
gonna fly. And then imagine like you're a comedian who is you may be in the B- list of comedians, and now you have to go like roast the Hollywood elite.
Yeah.
Imagine you go up there and
Yeah.
you're like, dang, if I talk wrong about the wrong person, I could
Dude.
probably
Fuck,
never
yeah.
get a job
I
here.
think
They've
Joe-
never heard of me.
Joe
Now they
Coy-
heard of me, and now I can't get a
No,
job.
what's
Joe Coy's
crazy?
A-list is shit.
I was
though.
gonna
he's
say-
like one of the best selling.
think-
comedians.
I would
Joe's-
say
yeah.
outside of
Yeah.
America,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's totally outside of America.
It
is.
He's like the number one selling comedian outside of America.
Well,
Yeah.
Russell Peters actually
Oh
kind of has
no,
him.
that's who it is. Sorry, I'm
Russell
mixing
Peters
those two
has
up.
him with
Russell
the run.
Peters
Yeah.
is insane. I
Joe
mixed them
Coy's
up.
popularity
Canada.
just kind of started
Yeah.
getting like
With
up
the
there.
Netflix thing.
Yeah, with the Netflix stuff.
Yeah,
It's totally Russell Peters.
But Russell Peters is there.
dude, he's
that
murdering
guy.
outside the United
He's
States.
that guy. But yeah, that Joe Coy stuff was very.
Yeah, he
There was no confidence in it because
Yeah.
his Taylor Swift joke. He said, "Oh, Taylor Swift
flubbed
is
it.
here." You know, the thing that's different about here is like she gets more views on the NFL. The camera gets her more on the NFL games than they do here.
Yeah.
But he like laughed through the punchline. He like
Yeah.
chuckled.
He flubbed the phrasing of it a little bit.
Yeah, and then so then they pan to Taylor.
And that is a good
Perfect
joke.
time.
It is a good joke,
Because
yeah.
goddamn, do you see a
Yeah.
lot of news about her in the
And the
NFL?
NFL. Yeah.
And the camera did try to help him by
Yeah.
panning to Taylor to get that reaction because that definitely could have been the good like
Yeah.
back and
Was-
forth. But he
was Kelsey
flubbed it.
next to him?
Right, No, and also like her look was the fake
doesn't belong
offended
there.
look. You know?
She's like, no, babe, just
never
stick to your
know.
little NFL
No,
stuff.
Travis Kelce literally had a game that night. So like dude,
Dude,
And they lost,
you
and
can't.
they
Don't
lost,
tell
yeah.
me you can't make it.
See, she should have been at the game. They would have won.
And don't tell me that was filmed the same day. You know it wasn't.
it was live.
They film it the
Yeah.
day
I don't
before.
believe it.
I think they film
You
it
can
the
put
day
live
Oh,
on
did they?
anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you finish in a minute, but the San Francisco 49ers are the greatest NFL team this season.
Yeah.
before. You guys might make it to the Super Bowl this year. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah?
I thought the Eagles were gonna make it on the
They
other
had-
side, and they are looking like
That loss from the Cowboys just took them out. They
Dude.
haven't been able to catch up since. And I'm a Cowboys fan, so
yeah. I'm a dream.
Number one team, Cowboys.
it's my number one.
Dude,
Yeah.
do you know what we're gonna be? We got Detroit versus the Rams.
fucking figures.
That'll
It's
be
going to
fun.
be so awesome.
How do you like the script for this year, people?
Dude, the
Pretty good.
Yeah,
quarterbacks that got swapped are now coming back, and the Rams were like not going to make the fucking playoffs. How did they do
like
it?
4 now?
I don't
4 or 5.
Yeah, I don't know how because
crazy.
I thought they had like 2 wins, like
Yeah,
10
dude, I
games
did not
ago.
think they were getting in there.
No, I think the Lions were either, but somehow we won.
You like the script this year?
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't been paying attention.
It's a
at
lot
all,
of teams that are like historically shitty that are in. We have the Browns, we have the Texans, we have the
Lions.
Jaguars, we
They're
have the Lions.
They're Lions people,
Well,
so you know.
don't worry, our Lions will be out next game. We
no
No,
doubt
you
about
I don't
it.
think so.
dude.
So it's either
Against the Rams? I think you guys got them.
Oh,
think you guys got
do you
it.
know
We'll
who the
either-
Detroit
we'll-
Lions
We'll
are?
either lose at the conference final, like we'll lose at the conference final, or first round.
Yeah. Well,
Because
dude, no
what's going
way.
to happen is we're going to get pinned back, and we're going to do a fake punt, and then fucking.
We're gonna go for it on 4th every
you
time.
You guys are definitely making it to the second round for the Dallas rematch.
Well, all
And
right.
then
So
we'll go off to go
if
see
we
the
make it to the
49ers
second
after.
round,
I hated the
all
end of that Dallas game.
all the
man.
Detroit fans will be broke because we had to pay off the refs.
I hated the end of that Dallas game. Just because fucking Jimmy
Dude.
Johnson is in the building getting this
Oh my
Hall of Fame
God.
shit doesn't mean you have to fuck with the ending of a game. It's fine.
Right.
Megan and I are all sick, and she's like, "Who's that guy?" And I'm like, "Jimmy Johnson." And she's like, "Isn't that the sub place?" It's like that's
Oh my
Jimmy
God,
Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
Isn't that the
No.
someplace?
Jimmy Johnson is going to finish this and then do the
That's
recap of this game. kind of.
Somehow that was.
Just making sure.
Or you think about,
true.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jimmy Johnson ever noticed that like both of his names are like euphemisms for penises.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cock.
Yeah.
Dick, dick.
Well,
Big
his
dick.
his
Yeah, yeah.
symbol is this.
Damn. Not the tip toucher.
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
And we're raising the flag for Jimmy Johnson. The
No,
crowd goes wild.
I definitely think people like do that on purpose. Like when they know that their nicknames are gonna be something. Because there's a guy that I met at a company I work for. His name was like Dick Buster, and I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You could have been Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can even be Rick.
Or Rip.
Dick
Well,
Butkus? Are you telling me Dick
Yeah, Dick
Butkus
Butkus knew
doesn't
what he
know
was
what the
doing.
fuck
What's
is?
the family we knew? There was like
Dick
a
Butkus knows what
Mike
he's doing.
Knows what he's
Cross
doing.
kind of family where they named
Yeah,
their kid.
Philip McCracken.
Yeah, Philip McCracken.
Yeah, nah.
That was a kid in our school.
Yeah, you
That's-
gotta,
Why would you?
you gotta fight your parents when you
Yeah.
get angry on that one.
You
I think you start going by Pete. I think you start going by Pete.
or Paul.
Yeah, or Paul. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
John.
Tiger, sport, whatever.
It doesn't matter. If
Yeah,
your
yeah,
last
get
name
a
is
nickname.
McCracken, if your last name is McCracken, that's enough material. I don't care what your
Yeah,
first
yeah,
name
yeah.
is.
You're digging McCracken, dude.
Yeah, Dick McCracken. Yeah.
You were just talking about comedy. Who have you seen live? Who do you love in
Oh,
comedians?
Chappelle's
yeah.
got a new one. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
I just watched it
Just
today.
watched it last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, his last
a
one
little-
was
He,
yeah,
he
too.
definitely leaned into edgelord a lot on this one.
Yes,
to where
very.
it felt very inauthentic.
It felt a little forced.
yeah,
It felt a little
it
forced.
definitely,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, his last one kind of just was like mad at me. So
Yeah.
he
It's worth it,
he's
Yeah.
doing too much. I think he's trying to be too much like Carlin, where he wants to like
Get angry.
teach and he's speaking
yeah.
like a professor,
Yeah,
but then
yeah,
it's like you can't tell me
You're
you
not-
can't talk with so much poignancy and then like
had the Chappelle Show as one of your highlights.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Don't try to teach me something, dude. You fucking had
Yeah.
you had
Which the
crack
Chappelle Show
underneath
was
your
teaching
hand.
me
and shit.
something, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was
That's
like
how
saying
I
some
want
stuff.
you to teach me
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teach me that way.
Yeah.
No, but like you're saying, Carlin, he was like a short. He was like a haiku type guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
also
definitely-
Carlin's last special is not funny.
It's fair.
Not
Yeah.
funny.
It's just an old man.
It's an old
bitching.
man pissed
Dude.
off.
I guess that's where we're getting at.
Yeah.
It's when comedians start punching down. Where it's
Yes.
he said
Yeah.
that in his
Yeah, yeah,
stand-up.
yeah.
He's
I
like,
love
oh,
to
I'm gonna
punch
be.
down.
He's
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna
yeah.
be punching down. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
off the trans people. And I'm gonna start
Yeah.
making fun of handicapped people. And it's like,
Yeah.
all right, Chappelle. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it's like, yeah.
Now you're announcing who you're gonna make fun of. It's
Yeah.
like you're telling us that you're being edgy.
Yeah,
like,
they were all super predictable.
We like comedians that are self-depriving.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Go back to that.
Getting back to Louis C.K.
Yeah, yeah.
He was uncanceled. Do we have
Yeah,
a
he's uncanceled.
We have an uncanceled.
Yeah. Revert. Oh, here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do.
What?
Oh, wait.
No, he was
No, no, yeah,
canceled.
hold on.
No, he's back now. He's uncanceled.
There we go.
Yeah, he got uncanceled. His last
Yeah,
special
we
did
uncanceled.
great.
First uncanceled.
And
really
he
good.
and he addressed his allegations of like, you know.
Yeah, I love what he.
That's it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Since the cancellation, he's done like 2 or 3.
So is everyone going to
Yeah.
the Chris Brown tour now? What's
I
happening?
mean, nobody ever stopped going to Chris Brown's.
Yeah,
Hey, that was gonna be one of that was gonna be my number 4.
I mean, we have a button for a reason.
Yeah.
You know? So, like,
I mean, the way that he was canceled was his first 3. Or are they still all on the website? Or I think his
everything's
last,
on the website.
You
I thought
mentioned
his
Parks
last
and
one's on
Rec.
Netflix or something.
No.
But Craig, he was selling his specials on
His website.
his website.
On his website,
So,
and they
like,
were selling.
dude,
Yeah.
it was,
Which is also, guess what? Now you don't have to pay the Netflix fee.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to pay
He's got a
you
crowd.
the
He's
YouTube
got his
feed.
cult.
It's all yours.
dude, he's
I've
got
honestly
a million people
considered
to buy
downloading
it.
all of Louis because you can't get it everywhere, and it's a fantastic fucking show.
Louis is
It's
really
still on
good.
FX.
Is it?
I think it's still up there because I was
Really?
gonna go through it again.
Okay. Well, then I gotta find
That's
it.
I
Yeah.
haven't done that in a
Louis
while.
is
That
Louis
show is
is
so fucking good.
Seinfeld gone dark.
Yes.
Yes.
With an edge.
Yeah,
with an edge.
and someone funny.
Yeah, it's actually fun.
Jesus.
Comedy shows. I've only been to
Sure.
one.
Okay. We
And it was at the
man.
Laugh Factory in Long Beach, and it was just a
Okay.
bunch of like randoms. But Tiffany Haddish was hosting.
There you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Another, she was canceled.
Was she?
Why is everybody canceled?
Why?
You
She
know?
got I didn't hear about
Hey,
this one.
hey.
I mean, I'll hit it, but I didn't know.
We'll get into that later.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I saw her there. But my fiance has freaking foresight because for Christmas, my fiance got me tickets to Cat Williams'
Oh,
tour
fuck yes.
on
yeah.
May
my
4th.
God.
And then 2 weeks later, he is now 40 million up on YouTube, and his tour is sold out, and his prices
Yeah,
went
he
up.
like weirdly resurged like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
he just got
really
he just
came
got to
back.
put his hair back in cornrows and just
Yeah,
just sell tickets.
he
dude.
did that interview and
Dude, well,
was exposing all the comedians. And
He
now
went
he's finally-
crazy.
Did he?
Like fucking 2 or 3 years ago.
That's what the industry. Let's
Cat Williams was like almost like conspiracy nuttish, just like kind of offensive and
Well,
abrasive.
he
to our-
didn't go crazy. He went crazy in the way that they say, like Dave Chappelle went crazy, and in the way they say all the
Industry
other
crazy.
people. He went
Yeah.
industry crazy,
So he
which is
started
like,
getting
why
dark.
doesn't he want this money? He must be crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't. The interviews that I was hearing him do, I just was like, God damn, dude! Like he needs meds.
Oh yeah.
Like,
He was very
that's what I
Kanye-esque.
heard.
There was
Yeah.
a point where he was
Yeah, well, I'm
Kanye-esque.
just like he's not
Needs help.
making sense,
Yeah, yeah.
and like he just seems like he's doing drugs.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
yeah.
Now he's as pointing as ever. I
Well-
mean, he is taking shots still, and some of it you're like,
He
okay.
should.
He said he reads 3,000 books a year. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but at
I
least
know.
he's not. At least he's not like doing canceled backwards like.
no. But everything he says
never
is
really
like
canceled.
it's
He just
rooted
kinda
in
went away.
truth. Like when he's saying the stuff that he's saying, it's like people are like, oh yeah, we kind of heard this before. Or he's basically saying like people stole jokes and people like undercut other people to get ahead.
I mean,
and-
That's what
absolutely.
showbiz
Isn't that the
is.
game?
Yeah,
yeah.
I
So
also,
he's pretty
I
much
also
calling it
love
out.
his like.
I mean, I
just-
get it. Call it out. Call it
Yeah,
out.
just call it out.
Dude,
Yeah.
what's better than like him ranting and raving in a giant like green
Right? He's
suit with his
hilarious.
hair slicked back?
Yeah,
Just like,
funny as
have you
fuck.
heard about this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you're just like, that's the best shit.
That
ever,
stand up
dude.
is what made me start smoking
Dude.
weed. No, I will say it made me start smoking weed. It made me be like, because I had a friend and he was like 2 years younger than me. He was like 15. And he was like, oh, smoke weed. And I was like, oh, do drugs. You're lame now. And then like we were sitting watching the Cat Williams stand up in the green suit and he does that
Dude.
whole weed bit.
Yeah.
And I look at my friend like, I'm down to try it. Sounds fun. It was that, and then the Dave Chappelle stand-up was also talking about weed, and I was like, oh, it sounds fun.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then I
I don't think I'll die.
I don't think I'll die. And then I smoked out of a flashlight.
Oh, my first time was a can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mine was a can. Yeah,
Oh, and then I smoked out of a
Oh no, my friend was
flashlight.
my friend's like a MacGyver guy. Like his whole garage is just tools that I don't even know exist. Like, is this even legal in America?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And the little like keychain flashlights, he figured out how to like take everything out, and then the screw-on part where the bulb is, he emptied out to be a bowl, and he took the film out the front, so it's just a hole where the lens is. So we put the weed in the bowl, we
Very
screw it on.
MacGyver.
And we're just lighting it, and it's like metal, so it can burn.
Yeah.
And we're just like lighting it, hitting it through, and it was the night either before or after Halloween.
Oh
and
my
I'm
God.
freaking out in the backyard, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to smell like weed, so I'm like, let me take my shirt off. So I'm just in the backyard, like smoking weed out of a flashlight,
October, yeah.
crouched down behind the wall with like a little metal whatever, just smoking weed, and then we went inside and ate candy and played Grand Theft Auto. And
Like a boss.
That's-
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
that was like my first weed experience, and
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, hell yeah, this is
I
fire.
mean, weed's pretty fun. Yeah.
I was like, this is fire.
Oh my god.
It's the cheapest drug
First,
there
first
is.
weed, first weeds.
First weed was, like I said, out of a can. at the friend who I knew had it because I was just at that period. I was like 16, 17.
Great.
Yeah, and just like knew that. Yeah, like, oh yeah, this guy smokes weed, and yeah, we got really stoned and played video games and drove to In-N-Out. The drive to In-N-Out was probably the
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
that
craziest.
first, the food.
But
first
driving
food,
high.
Dude, oh
yeah,
my
driving
god.
high.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
driving high, like, oh, or I mean,
I
I,
love
didn't
it
drive.
now.
I, like,
Allegedly.
I didn't drive. I did not drive. I was
Yeah,
in
sure,
the passenger
dude.
seat.
You were
But,
so high you were
yeah,
Driving high the
Yeah,
first
I
time.
was so high that I didn't know I drove. Yeah, no, yeah, but driving in and out was like a fun little like. How do we get out of this apartment complex? Like that.
Do I turn right? You're in the parking spot, dude.
Yeah.
My first one was with my cousin Steve. We found a bag of weed from his older brother, and we went up. There's attics in the garages in Michigan.
Yeah.
We went up into the attic that's like their playroom, and then we found like the steamroller, which I've never been able to find to this day. And we smoked a bunch, and there was like LED lights, like the icicle ones in there. And I just was like sitting down and just like, it was just spinning. I was like, this is the most high I've ever been.
Nice.
And I've never been that high yet.
Jesus.
Chasing the Dragon.
Oh, I wish I could get that high.
Chasing the Dragon. 24,
Yeah,
4th
yeah.
of July.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
24.
I gave that guy fucking hubby bar.
Nice.
I had hash oil chocolate bars and lost my absolute mind.
He was
Wait,
drinking.
that was your
Oh
first?
my god.
He was drinking Golden Drock too. It's like
Nope, I
10
was not drinking Golden Drop.
Jesus.
I was drinking Long Island iced tea without Coca-Cola. I had a sport bottle. It was a gallon
Of
size
just
of
Jungle
just the
Juice?
liquors.
Yeah.
Of just the liquors. I called it the danger bottle.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah,
4th of
but you
July.
had Golden Drocks too.
Oh, I did have Drox as well.
You had Golden Drocks.
I did
You
have
know,
Drox.
I
as
know
well.
because we went to Bevmo and you're like, well, I need Golden Drocks.
I
was
did
like,
need Drox.
"Alright."
I got a 4-pack of Drox, didn't I?
Yeah.
But full on hubby bar to the face first time.
Well,
Like,
I was
mean,
already. I had already drank
Right.
the Drox, at least
Yeah.
2 of the Drox, I think.
Yeah,
But then
I
I was
think-
working on the danger bottle, and then after the run, because I did the 5K 4th of July morning, and then I got to the beach with you and Tom said, "Dude, I brought that chocolate bar we talked about," and then he gave me a really responsible little bit, and
Yeah.
then like 10 minutes later, I was like, "That was fucking really tasty," and then I fucking
Yeah. You forgot. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah,
Outta there.
edibles are a different game.
Edibles
Up
are
there.
a different
They
game.
go through your liver. They produce 11 hydroxymetabolate.
I was
4 to 7
nowhere
times
and
stronger.
everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
Dude, we were like,
Saw God that
we're
day.
on the beach, and we're like all sitting down, and then we just like look at Craig. We're like, "Fuck, we
Yeah.
got to get back." And then like we get him back. We're just like dragging him pretty much, like just having him over our shoulders.
Yeah.
And I remember you just passed out on the arm of a couch, like right here. So like the bottom half of your body is like on the ground, and the top of everybody's on a couch. And we're just like,
Jesus.
all right.
I remember getting to the beach. I remember eating the chocolate, and then I remember waking up going,
Yeah, we
I think
got
I
you.
missed the fireworks. I think I missed the fireworks.
We all did, but we
And
didn't
then
care.
I
We just kept
texted-
drinking.
And then I texted and said, "What happened? What? Where?" And then you showed me videos of me.
That was me.
I don't have them, so you're good.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
allegedly.
What was your when you first started smoking? What was your go-to like song for like? Oh, I want to be high and hear this, or I want.
Hummer by
Ooh.
Folds.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know that right.
I know mine, and
by
it's
Folds, I
not a
gotta pee.
song.
What was it?
I used to like do custom subwoofers and stuff in cars with my cousin. So we installed like a crazy thing in my Alero with infernal like 1200 watt subs that are like flipped backwards, and I listened to Bass Mechanics, Funky Annihilating Bass, because it's like funky annihilate. It's like bass, bass. It's like, and like my windows be rattling. I'm like, oh.
We went on a
You're
whole
welcome.
sound journey.
Dude, yeah, dude, it can-
Wow.
The only one I can think of is it's Flaming Lips Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots, the album.
Yeah,
The
I
album.
mean that's
It's like a total
yeah.
stoner album.
it's a Journeys album.
The first song is called Flight Test. It
Well, there you go. Yeah.
the test begins. Na 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 na
Yeah.
na na na
Yeah.
na na na. Go.
Yeah, it's very soundscapey and like so groovy and so tasty. And when you're high, you're just like in it. You're just literally flying on flight test.
Yoshimi battles the pink robots. The pink robots invade, and she has to defeat them.
Sounds like some high shit. I'm gonna listen to this.
Dude.
Exactly right.
Shimmy battles.
Yeah,
Pink robots.
and yeah. The Flaming Lips, you definitely heard at least a couple of their hits too.
Yeah, I've heard the Flaming Lips before.
yeah.
So that album is just probably their best album.
Okay, here's some closer questions.
Oh yeah, we're at 108.
Deserted Island, right? you're not tortured with music, but when you want to listen to music, this is the only thing available. So what's your one album? What's your one song that you would?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Deserted Island, one song, and I have to hear that.
Or album. You
Yeah.
know,
Or
like,
album.
And it's not like you have to hear it all the time. It's like when you in the mood for music, you're gonna listen to this album. But that's
Wait, did you get
That's
perfect
only a
album
record.
first?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to hear because I'm on an island. Probably
Look at the mean
I'm
look.
by myself.
oh.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna want to be turned up then.
It's just you.
I mean,
maybe
what
you
are
do.
you gonna do when you're killing animals and chopping wood?
You
dude?
know what songs? There's like 2 songs that I'm gonna play, and this is so rare. I don't even know why this came to my head right now. But I'm thinking about myself on an island, and I want to keep myself relaxed and calm. I'm gonna play. Hey, doggy. I'm gonna play. Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Waka La 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 La.
Oh my god!
Whoa, whoa.
He just
No, he just
unracist.
gave me reverse racism.
reverse racism.
Reverse racism.
That's a first reverse. We get to take one. We get to take one off the list.
No.
Okay.
Dude.
Well, then it is racist.
I kind of love that you said that because that is like probably one of my top 5 hated songs.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Dude,
song.
That's
dude.
the calming, peaceful.
It's
know.
just the comment.
It's-
It's because I'm
it's-
on an island.
It's
Yeah.
due to Pandora.
Yeah.
Pandora took every
hear it
version
every
of that
fucking
song.
Honestly,
New
that's
Year's.
where, yeah.
You
that's
hear it
where.
every
All right,
fucking
get out of
New
here.
Year's.
What's the
And
other?
then
It's only songs that helps.
probably something by like Harry Belafonte, just because
Okay.
Bahaman blood. So gotta get some
Okay.
Yes.
Tally Me Banana or something.
Dude.
Wait,
Just
is it-
something islandy
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
or Dua Lipa. I don't know.
Dude.
That's,
She rules.
Her,
I love she's-
that album that she broke on is amazing.
Yeah.
We listened to that shit on drives to
Future
gigs.
Stars.
and
record.
the nostalgia
Famous?
ultra one during the pandemic that
Yeah,
got
Ultra- yeah.
or ultra
Nostalgia,
nostalgia.
or whatever.
I think nostalgia
Or no,
ultra is
Future
Frank
Nostalgia.
Ocean.
It's
Oh,
Future.
Future. Oh, I'm
Future,
thinking of the Frank
yeah.
Ocean album that has that name. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that's a hard question.
Ultra violence. Frank Ocean. Future nostalgia.
Ultraviolence.
Violence.
No, Frank Ocean is nostalgia ultra.
Nostalgia ultra.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
that one.
nostalgia ultra. That's the one he had. He does it. He does a American Wedding.
Oh,
It's an American Wedding, but it's the remake of the song that I can't think of right.
I don't know why I saw a live video. Was he on an award show doing that?
Doesn't mean to. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Frank Ocean's weird, man.
Do you have
Yeah.
a couple perfect albums?
Perfect
skips.
albums, no skips. I don't know. I would say some close ones are like Kanye's Graduation.
Yeah.
The Ultra.
Nostalgia Ultra. I just
Nostalgia
looked it up.
Ultra.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one I really like pop women for some reason. So like Lord's album in 2013
Okay.
with Royals on it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
the
one,
first one,
still like
Pure
plays.
Heroin?
Pure Heroin.
Yeah.
That one.
Jeez.
Arctic
Good fucking
Monkeys. Arctic Monkeys Suck It and See.
Yeah.
I can get that one all the way through. AM I can get through sometimes.
I think we're in a post Lord industry too.
That's
I
Oh,
look
yeah.
at Billie
Lord-
Eilish.
Lord-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Billie Eilish
Yeah.
flew.
Yeah.
Lord did what she did, so Billie Eilish can run. I don't know. I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Lord
Yeah.
ran so Billie Eilish could fly.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah,
There's a phrase.
there's a phrase.
There's a
It's hard. Dr. Dre's 2001.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's
There's
in
only
there.
like one song that I ever skip on that one.
Is the pause for porno?
Yeah.
I knew it. Got to.
Immediately no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's just. Yep.
Yep.
It's Seinfeld.
Yeah. There's definitely more unskipables that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, damn, the ones I gave you aren't even the ones that I want to represent me.
No, but they're
those
great.
are, yeah, those are
They're
some
really
solid
fucking
ones.
good records. Yeah.
Perfect albums are perfect albums.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's
they're
more
few
than
and
one.
they're few and far in between as they should be.
Yeah.
there's one
And
of
it's like, you can be like, oh, that's what everyone else picks, but everyone else picks it because it's a fucking great album.
Yeah.
My most recent
Yeah.
favorite perfect album I'll say is it's R&B, is SZA's album.
Oh my god.
Haven't heard it.
I haven't heard it
SOS.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That
think I heard
one
it.
is
That's gonna
something.
grab
Yeah,
Grammys. I mean, didn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's gonna grab Grammys because it came out last year. I feel like it came out in 2022, but like,
Oh, then maybe it didn't, and it should have.
well, it
Or-
came out in the window time,
Oh,
so it came out
okay,
like
so it's-
November.
So it's nominated for this.
Yeah, it's
coming out?
nominated for
Oh,
this round,
Yeah.
Okay.
and she might take that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder who. I don't know. I'd have to double check who album of the year is up.
It's the usual.
It's a bunch of
Yeah.
pop.
It's
And
the
No one
usual.
cares because
Yeah.
it's the same shit. It's right, Taylor Swift.
It's
she's
Taylor
gonna,
Swift.
she's gonna win everything.
Fantastic.
wall is the P wall.
Oh,
The one. Just go
yeah.
outside.
Just go outside and when I
To
see
the
a wall,
left.
P wall.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
on the
there's-
grass. Go walk
there's-
onto the grass. yeah.
Ziggy, you're the tour guide.
Yeah, Ziggy, go show him where to pee.
Yeah. On Sunday, Craigie went to the Red Wings. I didn't go.
Yeah. Tell him about
did.
the Red Wings game.
Yeah.
There was a weird call about a kick in, but the player was already like in motion, so no distinct kick in motion.
Yeah, I watched that one. I mean, I watched the whole thing too.
Yeah,
I was watching the Golden Gloves.
Mike Wilson gave me shit about it.
Well, they did disqualify the Ducks goal earlier, but he had a distinct kicking motion. So the thing is, when you're going to deflect a puck, you know, like they're skating in,
Yeah.
so they're trying to shoot it.
You're moving that way.
So
yeah.
as long as your skates like stay like if you're going forward and
Yeah.
the puck comes and bounces off your skates
That's
Yeah.
it.
and
You're
goes
fine.
in,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But you can't swoop your leg to
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to like
Don't
deflect
lift
it.
your foot up.
Use
Yeah.
your stick.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
at that point, you should be using your stick.
Yeah.
Our guy didn't do it. We won.
Yeah, you guys did win.
I did. I wanted to go, but with everything coming up, I just
Fine. I knew you weren't going.
Yeah. Dude, it's exactly. I always go to the Red Wings game.
Yeah.
When have I missed the Red Wings game?
Yeah,
Megan wasn't there, so I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I had the dog too. That's what sucks.
it was a good time. The cup was on premise,
Dude,
so that
that's
was
cool.
That was the only thing that I was like, oh. But I already touched the cup, so.
All right.
Yeah, that was super cool. It was right there. What's your sport? If you have a sport, I mean, you mentioned football earlier, but is that your favorite sport?
Yeah, that's probably the one I pay attention to the most is football and then basketball around the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lakers are. In
And
the
then I'm
hurt
just
locker
like
right now.
stats with all the other sports. So I just like look at baseball
up, Pumas?
stats. I look at soccer stats and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But it's Cowboys first.
Cowboys first, yeah.
Why?
Well, yeah. Well, I was born in Dallas.
Okay.
I didn't grow up out there, but I was born
okay.
there, so I'm
That's
just like,
enough.
oh, you gotta, you know.
Okay.
But I don't claim the Mavericks. I
Better
claim
thing
the
in
Lakers.
LA.
Well, I mean, you had no one for a long time unless
Yeah.
you were going to do the
San Diego?
Chargers
Yeah.
or the Raiders, and
Yeah.
they both were.
Yeah.
And it's like I still like I want to see California teams thrive, but if a California team ever plays Dallas Cowboys, then.
You on
But like basketball is different. I'm Lakers all day.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, they're in a hurt locker right now, dude.
yeah. And then sometimes I'll root for the nephew, the Clippers, and
Okay. Yeah, nephew.
Craig's
you guys are doing all right, Clips.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm Pistons
Yeah, I
until
was
I,
gonna
die.
say.
Everyone knows that. But in LA, because I'm so Pistons, I'm anti-Lakers. So let's go, Clips.
Nah,
You know,
Let's go, Clips.
I got to see
LA
like,
team.
I got to see 2 games with Kobe. He was awesome. I'm in it.
Nice.
I'm definitely Lake Show, but also let's go.
I'd still go to a Lakers game and boo LeBron. Boo! You suck.
Nah.
You suck. I
What
was
happens
still-
if somehow LeBron ends up on the Pistons?
Yeah,
Well,
right.
you know, not 40-year-old LeBron. Never mind.
Yeah. LeBron Jr.
Still,
yeah.
even at his
Bronny.
age, he's still fucking killing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he
He's
is.
still
Yeah.
a fucking beast.
Yeah, nobody plays like this at 39.
Dude, he is like Michael.
We saw Michael
always-
Jordan at 33, and
Yeah,
he was missing
That's
dunks.
the thing. And,
yeah.
Like we got LeBron. He's the greatest of our fucking time.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
without a
well.
goddamn doubt. Yeah.
Sorry, it's Andre Iguodala. Everyone.
I mean, you could have
It's Draymond
other
Green.
Steph. I
AI.
mean, Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph
other
Curry is
AI.
definitely is up there.
You know,
AI? No, Iguodala, not Iverson.
Yeah. Iguodala. Yeah.
I'm
We're
all
talking
about.
about practice.
I'm all about
okay?
Pierce, dude. I'm a Pierce guy.
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce.
Why are you going Paul Pierce?
No, because he was always shitty to us. That's why.
Well,
Yeah.
as Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible.
No one's touching Corey Maggette, though. No.
Whoa,
Deep cut.
Sasha Vujacic,
I'm an Austin Caruso guy. I'm a Toonie Kukoc guy.
Jordan Farmar.
No, Andrew Bynum was on his way to being the
Oh
team.
my god,
I did like him for a while.
dude! The amount of jokers.
For as long as he was healthy.
Guys, I'm Asian. I have to go Jeremy Lin. It's usually
No, I was
not
just thought you went with Yao Ming.
Insanity.
Even,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, too.
hit the
Yeah,
button.
too.
The amount of
Sorry, you're right. You're right. No, you're right.
But the amount of replacements they tried to get for the Shaq position that never panned out.
Yeah,
Dude.
still to this day.
Still
this
haven't.
day.
Still haven't. Yeah.
Haven't figured
Well, the
that
Shaq
position.
position doesn't matter now because
Yeah,
Right.
Shaq wasn't
no
shooting
defense.
threes.
Oh my god! Now games are like
Right.
averaging 120, 130
Yeah.
points.
Dude,
Yeah.
Luca.
Defense is
Beast
fucked.
mode.
There's
Yeah.
no defense.
Yeah, Luca's a fucking center, isn't he?
Yeah,
And he's putting up those
he's
numbers?
Like, he's like the smallest center ever. Well, at
But
least
he is
back
a
in our
center,
day, we
right?
just had tree trunk
They
people.
had,
like,
they had Luka play everything. They just
Yeah.
like, hey, go
Yeah.
out there and
Go make
win the
baskets.
game.
Yeah, yeah.
Win the
Go do
game,
that.
dude.
You know, we do say it's no defense, but then I see stuff where I'm like, the guy is really just here, And it's like, oh,
I mean, you still have to
he
shoot
still
well.
made it. He wasn't even looking at the basket.
Yeah, you still have to shoot well. Yeah.
I think you definitely have a progression in just talent and like the way these fuckers drill.
And now we
because
have
Steph's like shooting like half court shots and making them like
that-
whenever he shoots them. And you're
That
like,
has nothing to do with defense. That's
it's him.
It's just
him
somebody
in
being
the,
crazy.
Yeah, in the gym for fucking 8 hours a day.
Shot percentage is like 48%. Like
Not for the Pistons.
His
it's not.
3-point percentage is over 50% though. So it's
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I
he's
mean, NBA as a whole, like
even though, fun fact, Seth Curry has a better 3-point percentage than Steph Curry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Seth Curry, his brother,
Oh,
has a better 3-point percentage than Steph
I thought
Curry.
you said Steph Curry has a better shooting percentage than Steph
it's
Curry.
Seth and Steph. Yeah.
It's Seth and Steph.
Yeah.
What a bad parent.
That's not better than what George Foreman and all his children's
And
name
George
were-
and George and George and George
And
and
Georgina.
Georgina and Georgina.
Georgina,
Yeah.
Well,
and
Georgette.
Georgette.
George Foreman never dies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
As long as you keep naming the next kid George Foreman.
Yeah. That's like that. The R&B singer Brian McKnight. He got into beef with his kids, and he had a Brian McKnight Jr., the oldest, and then he was like, "Oh, you know what? I don't fuck with him. I have a new kid, a new baby, and I want to name him Brian McKnight Jr." Oh no! And then the older kid was like, "Oh, that's fucked up."
That is
and they
fucked up.
told him, "Hey." Even if you named this kid Brian McKnight Jr. the baby, you're just gonna have two Brian McKnight Juniors.
Yeah.
So he gave the baby a middle name, and then the dad changed his name
that's right.
to match the baby, so that the baby could be the junior to him.
What the fuck?
He abandoned that first one that hard.
So he said, "Fine, okay, then I'm gonna change my name so that
to
the
match
new
my
baby
new son."
and my 30, 40-year-old son is no longer a junior."
All I gotta say is how bad of a person you gotta be for your dad to do that to you.
Wow.
Exactly.
How bad of a dad do you have to be to do that shit?
I feel like someone rich like that isn't gonna just kick off their son for no reason.
Especially if you're junior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
They-
so.
Then I'll start it back one.
Dad. That's ridiculous.
Damn, Brian, that is.
That is like petty to a million.
Yeah.
Dude.
Shit.
Yes.
He needs to do a 5-second clip of that with just a picture of his son just slowly coming through his hand. Like,
Just like-
That's
and then just
Yeah.
I
send
never
the
knew
gift
that.
to his
Yeah,
kid.
that he changed his name so that his firstborn
Oh
couldn't be
my
a
could
junior.
not
God.
be it. His
I mean,
firstborn.
does
That
he,
is brilliant.
does he beat Nick Cannon? Is Nick Cannon there for all of his children?
No, he says he's not, but I think that's. I think he says it. He's like, I don't. He said that. He's like, I don't have enough time to see all these kids.
I'm gonna try to see these 70
But I think
kids.
there's like agreements in there. I think some women are just like I'll just
Take the check
Nick
and
Cannon
run.
baby and the check.
Yeah, there's agreements.
See, maybe Nick Cannon knows something like he knows something about. He's like, oh, I only got like 12 years left. Let me just spread my wealth and my girth. You know,
He just waits for all that like back pay to come in and he just kills himself.
that man is.
His
He's
career
rich
was
as
set
shit.
pretty
He's like,
fast.
who has more jobs, him or Ryan Seacrest?
Dude,
Oh,
right?
boy.
That's pretty much the joke.
Seacrest is taking Wheel of Fortune.
Is he?
Of course he is.
That is. Wait, what happened to
what's up with
Will
Pat?
Carey? Or
I mean, wait, is Pat
oh
retired?
no, that's
Wheel of Fortune. Pat Sajak. Pat
He
Sajak is
retired.
like
Yeah.
90
did?
years old now.
Yeah, he retired. Oh, and that's Vanna White got her true awakening because she was like, "Well, I'm still sticking around, so you guys need to pay me more." And they're like, "All right, Vanna, you're gone too."
Yeah. Don't worry.
And she's like, Wheel of Fortune is Vanna White.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I am,
yeah.
and they're like, "Man,
No, it's not.
You
Yeah.
turned letters."
Yeah, they're probably
Ma'am,
like,
you touched
we got
TVs.
Ivana White in. Don't worry about
She
it.
was like, "I'm not coming back unless you pay me more." And then
The
I don't-
producers are like, babe, you were on borrowed time since 1998.
Yeah.
Dude, you're on borrowed time since you turned 30.
They probably own all that footage and they can just green screen that shit. Of her just like,
Vanna, but
Vanna.
she is the price.
She-
No, she's
no,
she's not. She's the wheel.
she's literally not.
She is the wheel.
Yeah, she's the
She's the fortune.
She's the Jeopardy. Wait, no, which show? Yeah.
But I have the TV channels that like populate. There's a Wheel of Fortune channel. And if you watch carefully
I
enough,
watch it.
you can see how much Pat and Vanna hate.
Each other.
Well, Vanna hates Pat, and Pat's just a creep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Pass, come on. He's
just
been
a
right.
dude.
He definitely said
Every time
some wild shit to
he'll come in
Vanna.
between every like when there's duo like things, and he'll always go between the chicks and like see him look down. He always like pushes them apart, like, "Hey, so how you ladies doing today?" And he's
Let
like,
me get some boob in there.
And the way Pat can cut down a contestant. Woo!
is the best, dude. He
Wow.
is razor sharp with just like
Razor sharp.
Pat Sajak takedowns. Yeah.
yeah. So oh yeah, let's wrap up.
Yeah. a song you want to play on the end of the episode?
Ooh, that's
Probably your song.
It can be your own song too. There's no, it can also be anything you want.
My ride was texting me, should I be there by 10:30, and I should have said yes. We can play. You know, I'm gonna go. I know I've talked about a lot of hip hop, but there's this guy I love. You probably have heard of him, Mayor Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mayor Hawthorne's great.
It's a song that I love to play. I think it's called The Great Divide
Awesome.
All right.
by Mayor Hawthorne.
It's coming right now.
All right. It's fading
Yes.
in. Good night, everybody. You did it. We did it.
I was worried I wasn't gonna find one.
There you go. And off.
Hey, it's consistently off. You're welcome.
It's a sticky situation, such a small world after all, except for the space between us. A gentleman ceremoniously waiting to the west of the Berlin Wall, through the Great Divide, while you slept in my t-shirt on the other side. But I never saw it coming. It was written on your face. And what are we becoming? Now it's too late to stay. Gotta run. Get away now. Hey. Oh, no. Houston, now we have a problem. Brer Rabbit lit the dynamite, and that sucker about to blow. No. Chivalrous hand, Mr. Magic to the rescue. Fairy godfather all in white, through the private door, living happily